Hello, fellow watchers and enjoyers. It is I, Piggy. I'm joined by Jerry from the basement. I want to say hello there.
Hello.
You'll
Firstly, my name's not Jerry.
understand later on why his name is Jerry. We can't say it in the first few seconds, but this is
Something happened whilst I was streaming on my own personal Twitch channel.
yes, and this is episode 144 from Watching Walford. It's the start. Well, it's not the start of autumn. It's the middle of. It's the kind of continuation of autumn. A lovely time of year, in my opinion. I do like autumn.
Spooky season.
Spooky season is good. I guess I can do my obituary. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's episode 144. Today's episode from the biggest storylines and takeaways from week 40 of 2025. All the episodes from the 29th of the 9th, 2025, all the way to the 2nd of the 10th, 2025. I don't know why I have Ravi and Jack escalate. That hasn't been here for that hasn't been here for nearly a month. Why do I have?
To be fair, you have a, to be fair, this is your first podcast back. I say that you only took one podcast out.
I mean, I technically did appear on last week's podcast via text message, so
yeah, true.
yeah.
Like the anonymous Raw general manager.
I forgot what the noise was. It was annoying. That's all I know.
Yeah.
And what is the topics? Well, first off, the introduction. That should be pretty simple. It's what I'm doing now. Then we have Harry's death is paid. Or debt. I don't know how.
I don't know why you're saying it like that. Just debt. His debt is paid.
Yeah, but like knowing people who
I don't know why you're saying it like depth.
Yeah, but then
It's not a pool.
You know, but like there is people who'll give out to you for pronouncing it wrong. You know.
So yeah, but you are pronouncing it wrong.
No. What I'm saying is the way I originally said it, depth, it might be pronounced wrong to certain people. You know, because of my accent.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
Is that actually how it's pronounced in Ireland, or are you just being dumb?
I don't know. Of
course.
I'm glad we're 3 minutes in, so we can use the first fuck of the sentence of the year, of the month, not a year. Jesus Christ, I'm on hot chocolate.
Minute.
I'm on hot chocolate deep. I'll tell you what.
Mate, I'll just say this one. This podcast is going to be a banger already. Piggy was laughing his tits off before recording, which usually never happens. Usually just like, hello, I'm here.
I've got a story that I want to tell before I start like the actual podcast.
Read out the rest of the topics first, then we can talk about the other stuff.
Peter and Lauren's wedding. Max returns. Stacey leaves. Slash goes on an extended break. Hopefully it's not like Shirley's situation where it's like it's an extended break. Is she coming back? It's an extended break. Is she coming back? It's an extended break. Leave us alone.
Yeah. I've got some theories about Stacey's extended break, and the Shirley example is perfect for it. Where they went, yeah, Shirley's leaving on an extended break. She's coming back. She's not.
But yeah, then we have the awards, the after show, and then the outro and the thoughts on the show. Now, very quickly.
Oh, we do have some other fun things as well.
Yeah, okay, go on.
There's going to be a little Strictly Come Dancing segment where I talk about it for about 5 minutes.
Probably
in the after show.
Yeah.
Probably going to have some fun jokes about the new series of Big Brother 2, just because of I watched one episode and I showed Piggy some of the people in there, and Piggy lost his mind.
Oh, there's a fucking guy from Skyrim in there. They brought a guy from Skyrim into they somehow cloned him into the real world. They used what they did on the sheep. I don't know if you've ever heard of that story of the sheep being cloned.
Well, like Dolly the sheep or whatever.
Yeah. Fucking Dolly being cloned.
Was it actually Dolly?
I think it was Dolly. I'm not too sure. But
that's a sheep that has cultural impact.
The only sheep that gets shagged in Wales and actually make it out alive.
Not our Dolly. She obviously died quite quickly in.
Well, I mean, she was fucking cloned. I would expect she died very quickly. But
One could dream.
but yeah, as I was saying, I have a very big story to tell. So I was getting the bus to the town over, and I have a card that I can carry around. It's a green card, and it's basically how I collect my money, my benefits from the government every week, and it's also how I can travel around Ireland, excluding taxis for obvious reasons, via bus or train for free. And I handed my card to the guy. I went, "Hello, I would like to go to this, please. I'd like to go to Smith's, as it is." That's exactly where I was going. So I handed my card. He hands me back my card and goes, "I can't let you on." And I look at him and I go, "Why?" He goes, "I can't let you on." I go, "Why?" "That's not you in that photo." I went, "It is." "Yeah." "No, that's a woman with long hair. That's not you." And that's me, lad. I don't have long hair anymore. That's me. And he's like, "No, that's a woman. That's not you." And I went, "So it is me." And then my dad had to like come over like some sort of bouncer going, "That is him, lad. That is him." And I'm like sat there, don't know whether to be embarrassed or laugh. The fact that and then obviously I'm not going to give my real name, but then my dad goes on the bus and goes, "Ooh, Jasmine, how's it going?" Ooh. And I'm like, "You fuck, you fucker." Uh,
Just mental. Like I don't know. I don't know in what world. Like I don't think it just shows the state of the world today, where people can actually slightly crooked jaw, woman. It's long hair, woman. Strong chin, man. Just a state of modern society. I don't know how you could ever be interpreted as a woman, mate.
oh no, it was when I had long
It's not
hair.
like you were, yeah, but it's not like you had like luscious. It's not like you had like voluminous, beautiful hair.
Oh no, I have told you a story about the when I used to work at the dog factory, like making dog treats. I have told you the story of the man who
Making
kept.
dogs at the dog factory.
Yeah, I have told you the story of the man who wanted to shark me, haven't I?
I think, yeah, because didn't he see you from behind?
Yeah, for people who don't know, there's a story that I love telling. When I used to work at the dog treat factory, this man would always come out. So whenever I finished my shift, he would also leave his shift as well. Like he'd finish his shift, and then he'd look at me and go, "Oh, you have beautiful hair. I think you're a cool woman. You have beautiful hair." But I
And
keep
obviously you're sat there like, hello.
hello there, and he's like, "I want to bring you to London. I want to show you the London Eye." I'm like, okay, okay.
I don't think he means the actual place. I can't lie. Don't
And then
think that's an actual offer.
yeah, and then he's like, yeah, from behind, I found it very hard to tell that you are a man. I'm like, okay, thank you. I think he's obviously raising me up, as the gates would say, but I'm like, I'll take this compliment. Fair enough.
Look, a lot of men never get compliments. Sometimes you just have to take it.
Yeah. So what do you want to fuck me? I don't care.
You made me feel good in the moment.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you have some things you want to shout out before we start this podcast.
Oh yeah. So the last week or so has been a bit of a a fraught time. Not in any bad way, just in a general. I've been having a lot of questions about the channel.
What are these questions?
Um, I was just like, it's just the whole kind of thing we talked about before when we were releasing the big videos at the end of every month, which will come back. I won't like. I just took a break whilst September was miserable. Um, but I had all these questions. If we are doing this big edited, scripted stuff like the iceberg, like Six of the Most Evil EastEnders, should we separate that into a different channel? Would it actually work better on a separate channel, or do we? Because we're not going to stop doing the Reddits and that stuff, because it's our bread and butter fundamentally. But it was kind of it was just a bit of a weird talking point, just like what do we do with this? And the answer is everything staying the same. Everything is staying the same. Piggy did some Jedi mind trick, and I reached the conclusion on my own that all the normal stuff will stay on the channel. But in the same way, I've kind of I've been trying to do more writing as such. I've been trying to build up my writing more. So there is obviously, I released what will be turned into a video and released on the channel. It's already been recorded. I just need to edit it. It's more of a kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. The title is How Do You Get Into EastEnders, and it devolved in a whole thing because essentially we did the video on it and then went, fuck it, could actually explore it quite a bit more. That feels quite interesting. But then whilst trying to explore it and trying to find a really good reason, I fucking couldn't find the best answer. Because there is no best answer as to how to get into a soap, because it is so long-winded, it is so like subject to change. It's so like you're watching it 4 episodes a week for 52 weeks of the year. Like it's so crazy to actually get into. So it kind of just becomes like a flowery, ridiculous. Here are some ways you can get into it, but it's just kind of like a bizarro like world. It kind of just became funny in itself. Like, how is it so hard to actually suggest how to do this? But I released it on the new Substack, and obviously this isn't. I'm not putting out for like. I'm not putting out paid content on there. It's just free. It's all free. Like I'm not. I'm not like give me money. It's just. I thought it'd be cool if I just put out it as a bit of writing, which is very weird because I don't really see writing as one of my strong suits. But I mean, I put it out on the Substack. Got an extra member there. It's got 25 views. I'll fucking take that. I'll take that. So yeah, the Substack, it is simply, I think it's just like watching Walford. There should be a link in the description when it goes out. So if you want to read what the next scripted, well-produced video is going to be, it's going to be that video, which is about 17 minutes currently. So yeah, that's fun. I also have taken over. I've staged a coup. I've taken over the Watching Walford TikTok. And now I'm just posting the shorts that I already do on this channel over there. So yeah, and obviously that's still a link in the description. So yeah. But I think the final bit about the writing though is obviously it's just about the reason me and Piggy generally have a pretty good workflow with doing the scripted stuff is I'll get the idea, I'll figure out what we do, and I'll go, all right, Piggy, here's all the shit you need to fucking put in this document. And then Piggy like whistles away, like, yep, there we go. And then after that's all done, I'll add bits that he missed, or add extra bit of context, and kind of like develop it to make it more of like an actual video rather than just like some facts. And then obviously record it, and then I'll do the editing for it, and then it goes from there. But the one of my biggest flaws in content is I'll have an idea, I'll make the document with the title at the top. But when it actually comes to writing it, it's just like blank. The mind just goes fucking blank. The amount of like documents I've had of cool ideas that I wanted to do. And it just goes, cool idea. How much did you write? A paragraph. Great. So, yeah.
I just on that, there was a current script where there was an idea, and this idea was made popular by a wrestling channel called The Holic. It's not gonna be a wrestling video on Watching Walford, but it's a video called "What Happened to Every Wrestler." Insert this pay-per-view from this pay-per-view, and we had an idea to do what happened to the original EastEnders 24 or 25 characters.
24.
And Ash's like, oh yeah, I've written a lot. And I was like, oh yeah, he's written a lot. And then it's literally just one line. Oh, okay. I guess I'm.
Yeah, sarcasm.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
sarcasm.
Yeah, it's like sarcasm. And I sat there like, oh fuck, I was getting hyped up. I thought you had like stuff written, like details, so, like, please include this. And I'm like, oh no. But yeah,
No.
I plan to work on that. That's probably my next fucking scripted video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will still be edited by Ash, and I'll still try and
Yeah.
convince him, which he probably will say no to. I will try and convince him to do a We Didn't Start the Fire party for what happened to every insert character ever.
Good luck with
Bobby.
that.
Uh,
Good luck getting that music commissioned. I ain't doing none of it. Um, but yeah, essentially, but the Substack is essentially well, I'm just going to put out whatever scripts I do from now on to kind of, give a little insight, a kind of build up to find. Just essentially, if you want to know what the next scripted video is going to be, it'll probably be out on the Substack. And But it's all going to be free. I'm never going to charge on the Substack for people to pay for my writing, unless I do actually become a decent writer, which I'm definitely not. My current writing style is just kind of very flowery, very very analogy, very like metaphor and simile driven. I think it's fun, but who knows? But yeah, and obviously the TikTok's been taken over. But yeah, it's just about trying to get that workflow better. Because my biggest problem is I'll have an idea, and I'll have an idea that I think is fucking good, and I'll start off like thinking about what I want this idea to be, but then I'll get way too caught up in the fucking minutiae of the idea, and I'll just spend like 2 months doing two lines a day, and it's like fucking just speed up, man, like speed up, and essentially, kind of ironically, where I've made this segment really drawn out, but. It's all about improving the workflow and getting it together. Like from when I figured I was gonna do that script, I started it Friday, and it's been like it's in the editing process. What Thursday? So like it's pretty good, all things considered. Also, one thing I realized that we not talked about when this podcast comes out, it's my birthday.
yeah. Also, so yeah, happy birthday. You are 25. I was gonna wish you a happy birthday. Totally didn't forget. Totally didn't forget. My present to you is to spend my half of my paycheck on buying yourself the Art the Clown costume. Thank you. And the sunglasses. So to help you buy your, I don't know why I'm doing this, but to buy your Art the Clown costume. So you can relive your dream of being a sociopath killer. I think he's a mythical killer as well, because he's a mythical creature. It seems like he can't die.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. But
with
yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully, the Substack though does make it actually putting out the writing fairly frequently. Hopefully, means actually make some. Also, it's less. It's not as long as the usual topics. Like I'm fine to make a really big long video at the end of the month, but hopefully the other video essays I do probably going to be like 20, 30 minutes rather than an hour, because you know what, that one's a lot more digestible for me to do.
but
Because the amount of 2 weeks of 12-hour editing days were miserable.
But on since it is technically now on this podcast is now your birthday, your 25th birthday. How do you
Yep.
feel about being 5 years away from 30?
I thought you were going to say 5 years away from death, and I was like, what do you know that I don't? Um, um, it's all right. I'll talk vaguely about whatever the Christmas plans are. Currently, I've got a because obviously my mum's done presents every year, so she's like, I don't know what the fuck to get you at this point, because she has been getting gifts for 25 years, and there's multiple of us, so like, fair play to her. I struggle to get gifts, and I'm only like on my second year of actually giving gifts. um, but I've got a cool Saw T-shirt on the way. That's going to be fun. Don't actually like Saw that much as a horror franchise. I can't lie. It's a bit too torture porn for me.
Oh no, the first
Um,
three are great. Just I know this is about you, but I will say very quickly on Saw 3. Just on Saw 3. Uh,
this is about you, but let's talk about me.
just on Saw 3, right? The first three Saw films are fucking fantastic in my eyes. But the one I love the most is in Saw 3. This woman has a reverse bear trap trapped to her head. And she has to keep,
Yeah.
I think his name's John Kramer, is the
Yes.
sociopath who's like organizing all these Saw deaths with a woman of,
Yes.
obviously I forgot what the woman's called. But this woman is
I
basically
think she's one of the ones from the first movie.
she's from the, yeah, from the first movie. falls into the pit of needles in the second movie. But yeah, my
Yeah.
favorite thing about the first three movies is in the third one, as this woman has to keep John Kramer alive, or else the bear trap will obviously explode her face. And the guy comes in, and John Kramer clearly goes, "Do not kill me, your wife will die." He shoots him. Well, the guy shoots John Kramer, and the wife just fucking like just. It always makes me laugh because I'm like, he clearly told you not to shoot him. But yeah, continue.
It's just like that. What are you gonna do? Stab me? Ah, what did you do that for? I told you.
Yeah,
Um,
continue.
yeah, got a lovely candle on the way. I'm a big
Oh,
fan of candles these days. Got a current one. It's a bit shit, but fuck, I'll show it.
what's the flavor?
The flavor, it's bergamot and eucalyptus. Don't know what the fuck it is. Look at this beauty. Got double wick. No John. Um, don't know. I thought that was a fucking straight fire line, but God, this has been a fucking long opening to the podcast. Fuck me,
Yeah,
but
yeah, it'd be
yeah, sure,
fine.
fine.
It's not the after show
Um,
yet. I,
well, we'll talk about the EastEnders at some point. Um, and I don't know what the fuck else I got. Do you ever have a thing where you realize you can actually make decisions? Where we were talking about what like cake we're gonna do because my sister makes fucking fantastic cakes. Like I don't know what she does, but they are phenomenal. Like she makes a fantastic red velvet cake, which I would have every time. Even like you would expect at some point it'll wear off. Nah. But then I realised that I could actually ask what cake I wanted, and so I'm getting a carrot cake. Wow, delicious, delicious carrot cake. Love it. Gonna be fun. It'd be nice just spend a nice little weekend. Obviously, and likewise, it's get to watch Strictly on Saturday. What a birthday present for me. I'll talk about that later. Um, there's a football match on the Saturday, and then the Sunday would be pretty chill. All fingers crossed. Back to somewhat enjoying things pretty normally. So yeah, it's fun. There's another birthday. Like I had a pretty rotten couple of birthdays, like in the middle there, where we didn't really most of the family's autistic, so we never really we never really celebrated the birthdays that much after our dad died because busy. But last few years had a couple of actually very enjoyable birthdays and Christmases, which is kind of making up for lost time because I used to have expectations and get disappointed because when I was doing the leather work, it's like, oh, happy birthday now. Fucking stain 7 guitar straps. Yeah, great. Just like me crying over this fucking leather. Like, this is what my birthday is. Obviously, people have had worse birthdays than me. But, at the time, the expectations were set high and they were disappointing. But no, the last couple of years, we've actually figured out that people do like to be made to feel special on their birthday. So
yeah,
I think last year I played Mortal Kombat 1, which was shit. I played it for like 5 hours. It was shit, but the actual birthday part was good fun. So yeah,
this Mortal Kombat one's the one that has Peacemaker, isn't it? As a playable
I
character.
think so.
And then wasn't one of the Mortal Kombat's going to have Shaggy, but they couldn't get the right.
That feels like a myth.
All right. But I
I do
guess
have some of the Mortal Kombat autism, but I feel like that's a myth.
all right, and I guess people are finally saying this is not the after show. Please shut up and talk about it afterwards. So I guess we will. But without further ado, that leaves us with Himbo. Yes, that is Harry is in death. Unless you have anything else to say, or will I just I just get into them, will I?
Substack, watching Walford.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it
So
froze. Substack, cool. TikTok channel. If you want more of us, go follow the TikTok feed. Um, and yeah, I had one question. I doubt there'll be much intrigue for it, but if people would people ever want us to like have our podcast available on Spotify, for example? Because I could do it, but I just don't because I'm lazy. Could do it. It's not that hard.
Yeah, and now Harry, he's in death, death, death. His death is paid, thankfully. But how do we get there? Well, Harry is really like Kojo's trying to be not his friend. He's not his friend, and Harry's really taking this wrongly because well, he's taking it rightfully. Um, but he's still staying at his house. He's still he's doing the Howie method from 2 years ago. He's still sitting in his house, sleeping in his house, shitting in his toilet, eating his food. I know Culture probably wouldn't want to see a man homeless. He seems like the person who would
Oh,
all
he loyal.
yeah, he's loyal. Like Culture to me seems like but a whole like because he is in London, so I guess this example would make sense. Seems like if he seen a homeless person in Walford, he'd bring them home, and then George would unironically have to explain to him, Kojo, you just can't bring a random man home, and he'd be like, but he's homeless, and it's like, yes, but Kojo, you don't. Okay, I'm not fighting you, Kojo.
And then Koji obviously goes, "Yeah, but what do you mean? Junior brings home random women all the time." It's not the same. The same Gojo.
I don't know why the idea of him just going around like with fucking bird seed is very funny to me. Like trying to get homeless people to come home with him, just lowering them in with bird seed. Come on,
Fucking bird seed.
bird
Fucking
seed.
ridiculous. Fucking, fucking mental.
But yeah, got some breadcrumbs. But yeah, basically, there's a gang that is upset with Ravi's gang, from what I remember. Oh, sorry.
After the deal went wrong, when they had to kind of flee and where Kojo got kind of left, um, basically they tracked down to where this like safe house is, and obviously Harry is acutely aware that hey, that flat is not safe.
Yeah, and Ravi's like, it is safe. Don't worry. Don't. There might be a few bullet holes in a few minutes time, but it is safe. Trust me. I'm the trust guy. Um, and basically he leaves OK to look after the house. Um, and yeah, so they go to work. Coach really wants his black cab. Take a photo with a black cab. Like he wants his toy black cab to take a photo with the real black cab. And I'm glad he didn't get the wrong black cab because if he got the fake taxi, I would be very unhappy. Well, he would be unhappy, but you know, I'd be unhappy because I wish it was me. But yeah, I never encountered one, thankfully. But yeah, Harry tells him not to go back. Just don't go back. Yeah, Phil wants us to work. It probably breaks Harry's heart to yell at Kojo because
Yeah.
again, I couldn't yell at him either. I just couldn't. It'd be like yelling at
Yep.
It'd be like yelling at Winnie the Pooh. Obviously, not the horror one, not the one in the.
Yelling at me. He's never done it.
I never yell at Ash. Yeah, sometimes Ash yells at me, but I don't mind. He really rarely yells at me. Usually when I'm being a dick, and he yells at me. Um,
I think the last time I had some strong words was the day that I'd fucking twisted my ankle. I'd fully like messed up my ankle. It was absolutely in bits. And I'm sat there like, hopefully I can just record the podcast and chill. And Piggy's like, "You're not gonna like this, but I'm gonna go back to bed." And I'm like, "I've twisted my fucking, I've rolled my ankle, you freak! Fucking, what do you mean? I'm sorry. Did you 5 more minutes of sleep? You fanny. Fucking, my ankle's in bits here. You twat." But obviously, by the time Piggy woke up, I'll feel angry in the moment, and then I'll do something else. And I usually don't actually be like, fucking, we need words. So by the time it actually gets to the point, it's just like, yeah, don't fucking do that again, please.
yeah, fair enough. Oh, that's the wrong layout. I'll put up the 3 layout, which is the cams and us. And Harry, or not Harry, Kojo basically lies to Harry and says, I will go pick up stuff after Gina? Gina? Or is that, I think it's Gina. After Gina tells Harry, yeah, just Just let him do it. And he reluctantly says yes. And then Coach goes back and sees Oki has been attacked brutally, and Kojo goes to keep an eye on him and make sure he's all right. But everything is destroyed. The house is ransacked. It's been ransacked. He's been beaten up as Oki. Um,
And they've taken the drugs.
they've taken the drugs, which yeah, I know is a big deal, but like, come on. But like, the problem is, I was just imagining the guy did the tweet that Rey Mysterio did when WWE 13 came out. Gonna beat up my kids tonight on WWE 13. Baller tweet. I had to bring up that. I had to bring up that
I
tweet.
got a massive cramp in my shoulder. I'm dying over it.
Guys, he's 25. Can you believe it?
Ah, fucking hell. Yeah, so Harry also, he kind of sees the guy go into the flat and just kind of lets it happen,
He does.
because at the end of the day, his priority is fucking hell. His priority is protecting Kojo. And then Kojo sees this and then comes in to help and is trying to like help Oki be fine. And yeah, at this point, it kind of like basically because obviously Kojo still doesn't see that Oki is using him, and so he tries to be helpful, and then Ravi's kind of like, "What the fuck is going on here? They've stolen the gear." Also, and I just say, fuck, Ravi needs to get a new job, man. He's shit at this. He's so garbage at being a dealer. It's unreal. Like, homie, you've had your gear stolen twice. You know how much money you're losing because you let people who can't handle it fucking use it and then get rid of it. It's ridiculous. Fucking Rafi needs to get a new line of work. He's fucking awful at being a drug dealer.
Yeah. I'd agree. Maybe stop selling Coke and start selling Fanta. Maybe think about that, huh? And Harry is so fed up at this point 'cause he does not want to do any more jobs. So he has to go to one person he can rely on most. And that is the baddest woman on the planet. Oh no, that actually is Emma Harding. That is Patsy Kennett's character on EastEnders. The second hardest woman on the square, Nicola Mitchell. And Harry's like, Mom, I just can't do it. I just can't. Please help me. And she goes and she is like, yeah, like, you remind me. Some people say we're like our parents. I'm like my dad. My dad was not a nice man, but yeah, yeah. So you like Ravi, and I was like, what do you want? Remember that dealer that I set you up with? Well, unless you leave my son alone, I can make them go away. And we wouldn't want your family getting hurt, would we? And Ravi's like, okay, fair enough. Harry, you're off, but we're still using the house. It's still a crackdown. And then he goes, and then Harry's like, okay, it's a crackdown still. That's fair enough. Still reluctant, he clings to the mess up. And then Gina asks him to take him away on a holiday, and he does. They go. I don't know where they go. Where did they go, Ash? Clacton. Ash. Oh, and we're back. If you don't know, Ash, he's getting silly at his old age. He's getting silly, and he turned off the power supply to his PC. And
Yeah, see, I thought that I did a power cut because there's some power works going on in my area. So I'm like, oh, it must just be a power cut. No, I just somehow managed to turn off the switch because I realized when the fan was still on, I'm like, what? wait, what do you mean? No, yeah, you just swept off the switch.
I couldn't stop laughing.
I'm a genius. I'm a
Yeah.
genius.
But yeah, I don't know where I was. Where no,
I think it was
because
just after code, just after Oki got attacked, and then I think I was talking about Ravi being a terrible drug dealer.
Yeah, then I talked about Nicola with the dads, and
Oh
then
yeah.
yeah, so Ravi does, yeah, like I said, stop interrogating Harry to work with him, but they're still using coaches as a drug den. Then Harry and Gina go on a date, and they're told we're gonna leave for a few nights, coach. Everything's gonna be okay. We'll have a takeaway when I get back. And do not let Oki round your place. And coach went, all right, snuck him out. And then Oki went, I'm gonna have a job for you, and that's pretty much it. Um,
My favorite bit about this, I won't lie,
Out.
was because yeah, Gina's fed up of Harry not committing, and she just wants him to commit. She just wants him to be there for her. That's all she wants. And so Harry makes it up as yeah, Nicola kind of threatens Ravi and goes, "Fuck off." It's, looks him real close. You better. I will take on half of Harry's debt, but he is out. You understand me? I got you these contacts. Now I can just talk to your bosses. So he's out. So Harry's like, victory! Yippee! He made it out. And he's happy now he's spending time with Gina. He at the Vic, she goes she says she wants to dance, and then Harry realizes he has to like do something silly and make himself look dumb to make her like want to be with him. So he starts doing like all I can describe as Neil from the In-Betweeners dance. And he just goes, "Hey, and this is the mechanic." Wait, and then Gina's like, "Stop, stop," and just kisses him. And then it's like, "All right, fine, we can be together." And then he says, and then, but she's like, "No, no, but there's no trust though. We need trust." And he goes, "What if you're my girlfriend?" And she laps it up, and then they go to Brighton for a couple of days, and yeah, that's where Harry and Kojo kind of say, "Look, it's all over now, mate. We can just go back to being best mates. It's all it was ever supposed to be. Thank God it's over." But yeah, that's when Oki slinks out the flat and says, "I've got big plans for you." And it's like, as much as it seems like it's over for Harry, it's not over for Kojo.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So next up, we have a wedding. Can you believe it, Ash? They're getting married. Can you believe that? Well, we think they're getting married. I don't know if they're getting married. We don't know yet. Um, I don't know why I'm doing my best president of the United States impression, but I don't know. But yeah, I'll change the timestamp from a rambling. There we go. So Peter and Lauren, are thinking of getting married. They've been on and off engaged for the past nearly year and a half. Because originally Peter was going to hide it in the Christmas pudding, but that was a bit basic. And then he found out that Lauren was popping pills. That's not my words, that's his words, folks. Okay, please do not get mad at me. But he found out she was popping some pills. And then he found out his mom wasn't doing it. His mom was forcing her to do it. And then he just, yeah, it was a whole. And then they finally got engaged. And finally, a good 10, let's say 10 months, uh, he goes, look, lads, it's gone on a bit too long. Lauren likes surprises. You know, I jumped out of a Christmas box once, completely nude. She loved it. Um, let's arrange a wedding. And he basically goes, Lauren, will you please go on a spa day? No. Please, Lauren. No. Please, Lauren. No. Please. Oh, fine. Penny, you're disabled. You can make it work. And then Penny's like, come on. Come on.
Reasonable.
Well, let's be honest. Let's be honest. She's probably has a bit more charm to do. Like, you can kind of guilt trip her a bit more. If you know what I mean.
I mean, she does just basically go, "Hey, you should just come on, spa day. Like, why not? Let's take the
Yeah.
time." But
Uh,
they don't go to a spa day. They just end up getting some drinks. And you get Penny who's sitting there like, "Lauren, you just don't seem happy." Like, you just don't seem very happy with life. You just seem really, really bored and miserable. Back in France, I used to have to keep up with you, but now you just seem resigned to be missionary boredom.
Yeah, and yeah, she pretty much is bored. Well, not bored, but she's just uh, is happy the right word? I guess
Sh- I
mundane,
I don't know if
content.
she's unhappy. She just got a wandering eye. Like, she's not exactly looking to cheat on Peter. Like, she still loves Peter and still wants to be with him. But she's just kind of like, yeah, but why do I have to tell Peter I want romance? Why do I have to tell Peter that I want to share? Like, why do I have to remind him that I want to be loved?
Yeah, and Penny says all right, and they go back. They go to the Vic, and by the way, Peter has arranged all this with Oscar and Cindy, and
Ian
oh,
and Kathy.
Ian and Kathy. And I love Oscar and Cindy's dynamic because Cindy's like talking, and then Oscar said, "Can we get this over quick so I don't have to listen to her, please, please?" Like even Oscar's fed up of her. He's only been there for 2 months. He,
Yeah,
he's he's only been there for 2 months. He's already fed up. I love him. And then my favorite bit is like they're talking and they've rearranged all the stuff from Patrick and Yolanda's wedding. And they were gonna even get
yep,
the little drums as well. I forgot they're called.
yep.
Oh, I would have loved how they got the drums. I love those drums. All I can think
Those
of
drums were great.
all I can think of calling them is the Little Mermaid drums. That's all I can think of them as. Because I don't know if that's good or bad to use in an example, but that's all I can call them.
See,
Uh,
I want to call it a Calippo, but it's definitely not called a Calippo.
a
But it's
clip,
something similar.
yeah, Clippos are fucking sweet, isn't it?
Calippo's the delicious like ice lollies.
Yeah, I think they're no the Clippo. Yeah, it's the one with the plastic, the paper bloody cover.
Someone just says steel pan, but I think there's a couple other drums.
Yeah,
Who
they're
knows? Who
like again they're fantastic. I'd if I had the room, which I don't, if I had the room and I didn't live with neighbors right around me, mate, I'd be trying to play the steel drums, mate. I'd be shit, but I'd be trying my best. Like
hmm.
I've told this before, but it's like how the actor who plays oh my god, what's his name? Kojo's brother,
What, George?
George. Yeah, it's like how the actor who plays George. I don't know why I blanked there. But it's like the actor who plays George has a steel drum in his blocker, so he just plays it.
Yeah, why not?
He just has one, yeah.
Doesn't he also have a trumpet as well?
Yeah. I'm like that must be very annoying when it's like near when you have to do like 10 p.m. shoots, and it's like, ah, oh, George, will you shut the fuck up? It's 10 p.m. And it's the
Hey, George, we need someone to do Alfie's ringtone. Make it stop.
that ringtone is just you'd be sitting in the middle of the night, you'd be like sitting there.
Oh, I wake up in cold sweats.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I'm not being cheated on, am I?
Not Alfie Moon 2018 again. No, 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 no.
I don't know why you're Cleveland falling out of the bathtub in Family Guy. Now, now,
Yeah,
now, 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 now,
bit
now.
nasally, Cleveland.
I, surprisingly, I can't do the current Cleveland voice actor because it's the guy who did
It would be kind of alarming if you could.
yeah, because the guy who does the current Cleveland voice is the guy who did all the Call of Duty videos. I forget what his name was, but he used to do the Cleveland Brown impression on Call of Duty, and then they eventually hired him because when the things came out in 2020, they went, yeah, we should really get black actors to play black people on shows, shouldn't we? But yeah, so Lauren walks into the Queen Vic. Peter goes, "Will you marry me?" That's the stuff. We open up. Lauren's like, "Yes, sure." And hold on. And she goes through with it, and they all
Yeah, but I
arrange.
don't remember how or why, but she fucks off somewhere.
Yeah, give me a second.
Like, she does just vanish. She goes, yeah, we'll do it, and then she's expected to show up, and then she doesn't.
Yeah, because at the hen do, or reception for the women, um, where they're all having drinks. She, I know she doesn't sneak out the window, but considering they're the old windows that you have to probably lift up, I think that's funnier to imagine. But yeah, she probably goes out the front door, and
Yeah.
well, in reality, we know she just goes behind the set, but in the universe, she either goes out the window or goes out the front
No,
door.
they're all real houses. They're all real.
I love that because I think from what I was remember reading, that is the only house where it's very hard to like make it where you have to shoot at a very specific angle, or it does literally look
Oh,
like
it's really narrow, isn't it?
yeah, it's because there is some. I think people are saying there's sometimes where they film the house, but you can kind of see where it's a house and where it's
Yeah, where it connects.
yeah. But yeah, there's a little fun fact that like if
I
sometimes
still just refuse to believe that they're not actually filmed in real houses. I just get bedazzled by the movie making magic, and I just refuse to believe that it's fake. It's
yeah,
all real. It's a real house.
but yeah, I'd recommend people to like
What do
if
you
you
mean they're acting? How can you act when there's not a real room around you? What a crazy what a crazy reality we live in.
but I would recommend people I think just to look out if you're ever
It's
watching.
like I bet you know they've been using the tube station a bunch. Bet that's just a little like train car anyway. It's not even just on rails. They're not going to the actual tube to film, are they?
I mean, the actual tube would have alcoholics on it as well. So let's be real here. It's London. You'd be called a slur, and then you wouldn't be able to film. Have the stuff be unfilmable. But yeah, as I was saying, if you're watching any scenes in Dot's house, try and look and see. Can you see if the camera actually like stays where where it looks like it's still in the room, or actually looks like it's you can see the set behind it. Yeah, look out for that. Just imagine. I'm sorry. Just to have the image of you, like, okay, Ash, welcome to EastEnders. You ready to film? And then it's like, these are not real walls. These are not real walls. You cannot contain me, funny man. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
I just don't think I don't like. Obviously, if in some bizarre world where we got asked to go to the EastEnders set, I'd obviously do it. But I'd almost half not want to because I don't want to see the fake. I don't want to see what it actually looks like. They're
But yeah,
all real. They're real to me.
but yeah, it's also one of the weird things that I hate, and I know it's because it's safety as well. Is the fact that the banister is like the staircase is not a real staircase. Like it is, but it stops halfway.
It goes up, but it stops halfway. Yeah,
Yeah, and then I'm
that's
assuming
just so weird. I don't know. I'm just not one for the. I could never be an actor. Me.
I just it's
Yeah, I feel like the autism would kick in way too much. Act like it's real, but it's not real. There's just a cameraman staring at me.
he's just Jeremy Kyle like he's running.
I'm expected to kiss this person, but I got two sweaty cameramen staring at my face. I can't.
I don't know why, but it's like have you ever seen the POV you're on Jeremy Kyle and then they have they have this like guy they basically have the joke is at the end they have the person run out and then they just have the cameraman but they for some reason have a duffel bag just chasing them. He's all I can imagine he's you running away from set and they're running after you with the camera just like that. Like, oh, get him quick, get him on camera.
No wonder I wasn't chosen to be a part of Hollyoaks.
Yeah. Also, we'll talk about Jeremy Kyle in the after. A fucking weird show. Great show when you're a child. Now when you're an adult, like you don't want to be insulted.
Oh, it's just depressing, isn't it?
Susie's a fat whore who says she slept with 3 men. What a slut she is. It's like, okay, Jeremy, this is daytime TV. Calm
I will
down.
say the favorite clip that currently goes around is the Scottish one where the woman's like talking about, oh, you know, I don't know, maybe the dog got attacked or something, or the dog got upset. But, like, you know, he's now on anxiety meds, and then the woman's like, say sorry to her. So, Jess, I'm really, really, really sorry, and starts breaking, starts laughing, because it's like, what, your dog's on anti-anxiety meds? Fuck off! Like, what nonsense is that?
But yeah, back to back to Lauren, and I will probably talk with Jeremy Call more in the after show. It's a shit show, I know, but still. So Lauren runs out of the house like Ash when he's on set. Cameraman chasing after her. And she goes and finds Stacey. Stacey's also having woman troubles, as she wants to leave, but Jean doesn't want her to leave. Kat doesn't want her to leave. No one wants her to leave, but Lily and Zoe. And Zoe will find out more why later on. And she doesn't. So she's having trouble, and she doesn't want to move on from Martin. Martin was the love of her life, so obviously understandable. And yeah, so she does it. She bumps into Lauren, and Lauren's like, I don't know what to do. And Stacey's like, we all need a Martin. And yeah, he might be basic. He might not do the washing up as often. He might not excite you as much. He might not jump out of a Christmas present butt naked every year. But it's the joys of having a Martin in our life, where he farts when he comes. Who cares? It's just the joys of having Martin. He has crisps on his belly. You love it. You know what I mean? Although I wouldn't eat crisps off my belly. I have a hairy belly. That's not working. So yeah. And then
what you just said, but yeah.
Then she basically convinces Lauren to marry Peter, and she goes back and she says, "Yeah, there's a wedding now." And Ian walks in and he does his gammon rant, and then immediately goes, "Oh fuck! All the women are here." Shit.
His line is mental. His line is so good. It's like, you guys couldn't find a boob in a brothel. Oh, fantastic. Fucking fantastic. Best line of the year.
He's so good at being a dick. And they go back, and I wish this scene was shot a bit better, but they lead us into our next topic. They get married, and Lauren basically buries Peter by saying, "Yeah, you may not be Noel Gallagher, you may be Noel Edmonds, but I don't mind that." And I'm remembering, isn't Noel Edmonds the one who did Mr. Blobby?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, he's the one who did Deal or No Deal, and he's just
Yep.
yeah. And
I don't even believe that the bank is real. I think he just made it up in his head.
Well, you reckon it's a sketch?
That's what I'll say.
You reckon it's like the Green
I reckon
Goblin?
he just talks to himself. Yeah, he is the Green Goblin. Yeah.
The bankers.
The banker betrayed the bank. You may get 250 grand for the bank. Well, the banker says,
"Are you in or are you out, dealer?"
By the way, I hate Deal or No Deal.
But yeah, and also Noel Edmonds apparently lives in Australia now. Apparently, just chilling out there in Australia, living a retired life. No, he's just not retired. I believe he's doing a talk show, like he's on a radio station. Fucking mental. Look, the trajectory of his character. He creates probably one of the most iconic.
I'm surprised he's not dead. I won't lie.
He creates probably one of the most iconic characters, and then can't really succeed after that, and then just slowly dwindles.
I don't know if he made Mr. Blobby.
I don't think he met him, but he did pretty much put him on his show. So I kind of put two and two together, in a sense. So, yeah. But yeah, Mr. Blobby became huge as well, because I know. Even though I would probably hate that. Imagine your entire success being a big pink fucking alien. But I get back to the EastEnders.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was waiting for your response.
I don't know what you want from me. Yeah.
I was like, I thought you were googling
you don't need my permission to talk about EastEnders.
I thought you were googling who created Mr. Blobby. That's why I was like waiting. I was just saying. Like,
I didn't. It's not Noel Edmonds.
Oh, who is it?
I don't fucking know.
All right. I was just like, oh, he's going to tell me who created Mr. Blobby. No, I'm just awkwardly shy here. Like, all right. But yeah, she goes back and she's like, yeah, you may not be Noel Gallagher, you may be Noel Edmonds, but like, come on. I love it. And then she asks Stacey to get in line to throw the bouquet. And she's going to throw the bouquet. She throws it. It falls on the ground. Even though, in my eyes, I would have shot this differently. I would have had her throw the bouquet, right? And then it lands in the hands of Max. because it lands on the.
Yeah, but if she was aiming for Stacey, she's not launching it.
I mean, true.
She's not just going, "Oi, heads!"
But
It's like I've been listening to a bunch of like old footballer stories, and like some of the old footballers will say about how the dressing rooms were mental because a bit less. I'll just use the word woke. Fuck it, bit less woke. Where he said like it was a wrestler. It was a footballer who played in like Celtic. It's like top league of Scottish football. Um, and he said that at the start of most training sessions, all the more experienced lads would just like turn the lights on and walk in with like a bag of balls and just go heads and just start pinging the balls off the fucking wall. So everybody like all the young guys are like sat there like just getting fucking drilled in the head. It's mental.
oh, that
Couldn't
that
happen now, but that sounds fucking. It sounds terrifying, but also sounds kind of fun.
I just I just got the Randy Orton fucking see-through goggles on, like.
It's like heads.
But
Just
yeah,
fucking
she
shouting balls. And most of them, they're hitting you in the balls, they're hitting you in the gut, they're hitting you right in the head. There's no in between.
or on the off chance one's hitting you right on the leg, or you play red arse. They're just playing red arse. Um,
Is that a game?
have you ever played red arse?
No,
It's a game where you have to go up against the wall and people have to launch a ball at your arse, I believe.
I can't. I can't even imagine you kicking a ball. To be honest,
Yeah, I was shit at red arse.
it's just fuck. Yeah, but I just imagine like. I don't know why this is full on tangent. I both got fed up at you talking about Mr. Blobby, but now I've talked about what I want to talk about. There's just all the clips where someone will like go to kick a ball, but they somehow manage to like slide on the ball and like fall on it. It's all those. That's what I imagine you kicking a ball looks like. You
Uh,
just miss the ball and just fall on it.
yeah. The term red arse refers to a traditional playground game, often played after football, where the players who concedes 10 goals must bend over and have football kicked at their arse as a form of punishment. This game's also known by variations like roses, heads and volleys, or slam. It's most popular in the UK and Ireland, with players taking turns to kick the ball loose or the backside. It is
It
distinct
is
from
a
the.
very. It's a very Irish name.
Yeah. So yeah, red arse. Do you want to play some red arse next time I'm over, Ash?
Yeah, but I don't think either of us could. I can't aim a ball that well. I'm not horrendous, but I can't aim it right at them cheeks. You know what I mean? I feel like it bounced off the wall and smashed me in the head. Uh,
um, but yeah, that leaves us with a one red arse to a ginger arse. But Max Branning.
Unpopular opinion, but I don't get the hype around Max Branning. Yeah, fuck off. Grow up. Fucking nephews in the chat. People, like, I get it. Some people have never have seen Max before, and there's not much reason to like Max. And we'll get into what he does, but he's such an asshole. It's mental. Max Branning. Now, I had so many reservations of Max coming back because I remember what Max was before he left. He was miserable. He was misery. And honestly, he's the exact same, but I love it. Like, so Max comes back. Lauren's he's like, "Oh, do you miss me? Oh, why you back, Max? Why you back? Oh, I heard you were getting married." And then he basically says to Lauren, "Yeah, I think Peter's shit anyways. I think Peter's a right prick." Immediately, and Lauren's like, "Yeah, sound cheers, Dad." Um, and he's like, "I always thought you were gonna do like, I thought you were just gonna do something else. You're more like me." So she gets angry. Peter just kind of awkwardly shakes his hand. Cindy's not there, so we are yet to see the Cindy and Max confrontation. Um, He obviously Oscar's all happy to see his dad after all this time, and Oscar's like, "Oh, Dad, are you staying? Dad, are you staying?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, I'll stay." And then Lauren's like, "Yeah, sounds. Don't fucking get his hopes up, Max."
I
And yeah, fuck.
I just want to say this. So so obviously he catches the bouquet of flowers. He brings them in. And then Oscar, oh, I love this so much. Oscar runs up to him, hugs him, and then he's like, "Dad, so nice to see you, Dad. When you staying, Dad?" And he's like, "All right, Lauren, how are you?" And he's just like, "Nice seeing you, Oscar. Talk to you later on."
But like,
Fuck off, son. I'm getting
he
pussy.
does genuinely have the expression of some guy who doesn't really care, but knows he has to act like he does. He's like, so he has this like big smirk, like, "Hey, Oscar, it's been a while, hasn't it? Why is that?" Yeah, yeah. Look, you're doing well. Nice to see you. You're clearly doing well. You got your own life. Then Oscar's like, "Oh yeah, yeah. It's all great, Dad. Nice. Oh, are you staying though, Dad? You staying? You do love me, Dad, don't you?" It's just like he's waiting on every word that Max says.
See, I would have loved if Max handed him a birthday card that said "Happy 11th birthday." Just,
Yeah, yeah. I picked this up just earlier, just earlier.
Dad, I'm 17 this year. Uh,
But
oh.
one thing that was kind of
Sorry.
one thing I'm now looking forward to that we didn't necessarily see. I'm looking forward to the Jack and Max scene because Jack sees him and then pieces the fuck out. Like he sees him and goes, "Max," then he's off. Don't see him again. He just vanishes. Like, would you not want to see your brother after all this time?
Well, I mean, you have to consider who his brother is. You know, his brother is Max Branning. Even if he really wanted to, would you want to hang around with him? Because you'd be like, "Max, what you get into?" "Nothing much." "You, Jack?"
Hole.
"Oh, pussy."
Um,
What about you, Jack?" "Yeah, I've done a lot of stuff, Max." And then it's like, "So, Max, you doing anything? You doing anything interesting?" "Yeah, I'm just gonna leave now, Jack. See ya. Fuck you, bye." Like, he's not really gonna talk to you. He's not like, he's your brother, but he just can give a shit. Like we said, he
yeah.
only cares about pussy. He only gets for pussy and hole. That's all. He's a simple man. He's a simple
Um,
man.
and like the way it works as well though is obviously everybody's pissed off at him still. Everybody's already pissed off. He sees Stacey and he sees Zoe. Zoe's thinking like, "Oh, he's back for me. He's back for me." But he sees Stacey and immediately he's gone. He immediately goes, "Oh, Stace, let's have a talk, Stace. Come on, Stace. Let's have a talk." And then in his talk with Stacey, he basically goes, "I miss you, Stace." And he has all his moves. He has all his fucking moves, doesn't he? Where he gets a little closer. He's like, "Oh, I've not finished my wine yet." I don't know why he's speaking like that. I've not finished my wine yet, Stace. Then he goes in for a little, like, "You wants a kiss," and Stacey's kind of humouring it by saying, like, "Look," and Mac's like, "I still got feelings for you. Still got feelings." And then Stacey's like, "Yeah, but that was a long time ago. Look, I still have some feelings there, but that was a long time ago. Martin's dead." Like, I'm not interested in this. But Max is still there. He's a fuckboy. He's a love rat. He's still there. He's still there hoping that Stacey's gonna give him another chance. He's like, "I've changed." And that's the best bit as well. "Yeah, I've changed. I'm different now. I've changed. I'm trying to be better." He's not though, is he? He's fucking not. It's unreal. And so Stacey kind of this cements the idea in her head, like, maybe I do just go to Brazil anyway. So like, fuck it, I'm not dealing with this shit again because she nearly falls for the charm as always. She nearly does. And this is where Zoe starts to like get her nose in, starts gaslighting Zoe, because starts gaslighting Stacey like, "Ah, Stacey, you should leave. There's nothing here for you. You want to get drawn in though. But how big is Max's penis?" Like, sorry, what? That's basically what she's doing. She's basically sizing up. Yeah, sure, Stacey can handle it, but Stacey's not me. So if I'm with Max, I can do it better than Stacey. But like, and so Zoe genuinely like is like, "Oh yeah, you should leave. You should go to Brazil. You don't want to go back there." And Stacey thinks she's just being kind and just being honest. She's not. She's being fully self-interest, like fully. She's being selfish essentially. And it's time for me to kind of recap what I said before. And first, people are probably going to get a bit upset about this. Zoe's here to replace Stacey.
Yes.
Like, Zoe is here to be the big pillar of the Slaters that is probably going to get the biggest storylines out of all of them. Because Kat's not going to get it, Alfie's not going to get it, Gene's certainly not going to get it, and neither's Big Mo. Freddie's leaving, so that leaves Zoe. Zoe is going to be in that spot where Stacey has resided in for 20 years. Because Stacey was pretty much the second generation of the Slaters, and she kind of peaked when all the others left. So, Kat and Zoe both leave what in 2005 ish. So they both go. All the other Slayers long gone by that point. So there goes Stacey, suddenly standing on her own 2 feet. Has to be the pillar, the main focus of the Slaters. Has the Max affair, has the Archie stuff, has the bipolar disorder stuff. Then she leaves again. Then Kat comes back to try and hold up the Slaters, fails to do so because the writing's so shit with it. And then Stacey comes back anyways, and then her and Martin become the pillar of the Slaters for the next decade. And yeah, it's just kind of like, and I know people are going to dislike Zoe right now, and I understand why, but it's once again time to reiterate: Zoe's here to replace Stacey. So get prepared. I know a lot of people don't like her right now, but she will be the hero of the Slaters for the next 5 to 10 years.
Depends how long she stays, really. Because
Yeah,
I, I feel, and I don't mean to be rude to Michelle. I think Michelle Ryan is her name, is it?
yeah.
I don't mean to be rude to her. I think she's doing an all right job. Um, I don't see. She seems like a character where I don't know if she'll stay 5 years or a year. Because the kind of thing where I don't know if she'll be like, well, I stayed a year. Is it time to leave, or do I do another year? Does that make sense? It's like
Yeah, no, I get.
I
I
don't
thought you
really.
were gonna say something like horrendously mean for a second. You made it
No,
sound a lot worse than it was. You're like, I
yeah,
don't mean to be rude, but fuck you. Like, I'm like,
no,
where's
no,
this going?
no. I
Yeah,
just
no, that's fair. I mean, it took her a long time to ever consider coming back, so it feels like she's come back with intent. And you don't come back unless you know you're gonna get really big stuff, in my opinion.
that's why when Ronnie and Roxy do come back, I do think they'll be staying for the long run. I think.
Oh yeah.
It's because
I
that's
mean, the future was cruelly snatched away from them out of nowhere.
yeah,
What if they ever get back? They're never leaving. Like they're not going anywhere.
yeah. The fucking the executive producer will have them in a chokehold for years. And the funny thing is, just on Ronnie and Roxy, they'll be like, Ronnie, you're not going to grow up. You're still going to be miserable. Like Max. Boo. Or was it Roxy? Was one of them who was just miserable all the time.
Ronnie was perpetually miserable.
Yeah. So Ronnie. But yeah, I agree with that because I've said it as well that she is replacing Stacey. Maybe it wasn't known at the time that Stacey was taking. Well, I'd assume they'd known that she was going to take a leave of absence because she just had a
I mean, I'd
child.
imagine she probably told them at the she probably told them after Christmas 2024.
Yes, but and then we'll talk about Stacey in a minute because we have Stacey leaves as a topic. Depends if we just want to make this all one topic. To be fair, I'll see how I feel. But I I don't think they knew at the time originally that like Michelle Ryan was going to replace Lacey Turner. I don't think, but
I suppose just kind of reiterate though, it's not like we're saying that like Stacey Slater, she isn't replaceable in her own right.
yeah, she
Because she
isn't.
has carved out such a huge like she is an iconic character.
Yeah,
She is. She's fundamentally one of the most popular characters EastEnders has made. Yeah, sure, she's not in the like legendary status. She's not like Peggy, pretty close. And she's done so many big things. She's not replaceable. But they do need a Slater to step up in her absence because she was holding up the family from the brink of destruction. And Stacey is and Zoe is going to be that character. So
yeah. So let's just quickly do the Stacey leaves like topic, and we'll talk more about it and shit.
do not don't want to keep doing the Mac stuff.
All right, I guess. Oh yeah. I forgot there is more. Well, I guess in the Stacey stuff, it kind of like involves them, so overlapping. Does that make
It's
sense?
intertwined.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna make this the Stacey leave segment. Even though it will just reiterate some small bits about Max,
It does
because
basically parallel. It does
yeah,
basically go into one at this point. So
yeah.
yeah.
So to continue on, yeah. Basically, yeah. So he's like, Stacey, you should leave. You should leave. He has a fat ass though, doesn't he? But leave, please leave, please leave. And then she goes. She's outside the fake, and then Max comes up and it's like, "Oh, hello, baby."
Well,
And
no,
then
it's more so Zoe. Zoe is feeling threatened by him immediately rushing to by him immediately rushing to Stacy. She's kind of like, I don't know. She gets a little bit jealous, just like, but why? Why is he going straight to her? So she comes on to him pretty fierce, like, Max, we were something, right? And we could still be something, couldn't we? And we did have good times, didn't we? Also, that's the fucking Max thing as well. The Max thing is so mental. Stacey, we did have good times, didn't we? It was like Piggy when he said, "Look, mate, I respect you don't want to do the in-person stuff anymore." And I was like, "We did have good times, didn't we? We did have great memories." That was Max. That was Piggy in that scenario. Um,
it's
but
my
yeah,
favorite thing because she's clearly picked up the Max like mannerisms of like how to fucking do maxerisms, excluding the face. That face is brilliant. I can't do it as justice. But yeah, she she basically goes, Max, we had great times, didn't we? Come on, give me a kiss. Come on, sweet lips, give me a
and
kiss.
just like leans right in, and then fucking. So Stacy, obviously angry, goes out to like try and find him. Sees Max immediately kissing Zoe, and then Stacy's like, "Really? What the fuck is this?" And then Max is like, "Oh, it wasn't he my fault?" It's like, you're kissing her. Your lips wrapped around her lips. Oh, well, she kissed me. Yeah, but you leaned in, homie. Like you leaned in, and then it kind of kicks off because Stacy then goes, "Oh, well, you've not changed, have you? You are just the same. You are just the same, aren't you?" So she goes right into the Vic and like tells Kat immediately, going, "Your your daughter's been sleeping with Max, essentially. He's not changed. She's not changed." And then Lauren is obviously like, you don't change, Max. You don't change at all. So it all blows up. Max blames everyone but himself, which is like classic Max. Classic
I
Max.
will say, before like he blows up, I love how you have everyone's reaction, and Oscar's just basically like, "Well done, player." Well, like put it there, like he has the wrong reaction. And then when Max basically does what Cindy does, you kind of have Oscar's little
Yeah, just like,
heartbreaking.
my man. My man.
Yeah, but then when Max is like it's everyone's fault but his, he's just like and then Oscar, you can just see Oscar's heartbreak. Sadly, um,
Well,
I don't.
because at this point, the pretense goes where Max is very clearly like, yeah, I'm probably not sticking around, am I?
No, he's
Like,
not.
turns out he returned and he's not here for me. But he still wants to have like the conversation with him. And he still wants him to stick around as Lauren's just like, you better fucking go. And Lauren lays into him. Like, why are you like this? Why'd you keep doing this? Why do you keep doing the same shit you always do? And at that point, but then Max kind of gets in Lauren's head where Lauren's like, "Oh well, you said you weren't really that much of a fan of like Peter, and he's like, "Yeah, I just didn't think it clicks. You're more like me. You're not like Tanya." And Lauren's like, "How fucking dare you? I'm more like Tanya." Then he goes, "Drugs, booze, men. You're like me." It's just like, what an asshole! Because it's what all the Branning children are destined to do. All of Max's kids are going to spend their childhood idolizing him, and then they realize he's fucking useless. He is horrendous as a father. He's so garbage and he doesn't ever choose them first. And then they spend the rest of their life saying, I'm not going to be like that absolutely useless old fecko who's my dad because I hate him. And that's where Lauren's at perpetually because she doesn't want to be like Max. She's not like him. She's different. Oh, fucking love it. It's
I've,
mental. So good. They could never make me hate Max because he is that asshole. He's such a prick. It's unreal. But he's so good at doing it.
I just love like again. I will fight YouTube commenters till the day I die about this. Jake Wood is just a man who can play a prick so well. He is. Jake Wood seems like the most lovely man possible. The man who plays Max Branning. If you don't know, his name is Jake Wood in real life, which is a funny name that your last name's Wood and your literal thing on EastEnders
It's
is
swinging dick.
yeah. So, but Jake Wood, the person, is a lovely human being. From what I can tell, he seems like the nicest, down to earth person. He seems like if you go up to him and you're awkward, he'll go up and go like, "Are you all right? Do you want a photo?" You know, he'll kind of help you. But the character Max Branning works so well because again, the only comparison I can make is like when Spider-Man gets the symbiote attached. It's when he puts on the suit, it's like immediately just in his brain, he's like, I'm a prick now. I love it so much. Yeah, because it's like Lauren's like, I'm not like you. And then he just lays the groundwork, and then I was like, fuck's sake, I am like you. And then I think of Oscar be like, Dad, come on, we can play catch, Dad, come on.
Dad, you are staying, aren't you, Dad? Oh, I was probably a bit premature with that one, wasn't I, son? You know what I do? I'll probably just fuck your life up. And Oscar's like, yeah, but my life's already fucked up, Dad. And you have Max tears in his eyes, like, yeah, but I'll just ruin everything. I'll just ruin you. It's not worth it. And it is true, but he's still being a dickhead about it as well. Like, it's like the thing, right? He's trying to be good. He's trying to be a good guy by saying, no, you don't want anything to do with me. But that's the last thing Oscar wants as well. And like, it's honestly, Max sounds like an addict. The way he's like, I've changed, it's different now, I'm changed. But the only thing he's addicted to is ruining his fucking family. It's unreal. It's unreal.
I Right, I don't love Miserable Max, right? I don't love the 2017 era of Miserable Max from watching those Christmases. It was absolutely horrible. But I like when it's added to the aspect of his character because he was always been a moody prick. He's always been a moody prick. But they have completely done it. They've done his return fantastically because he shows up. You have the family immediately, well, not the family. You have the family immediately go, yeah, you're not here for us. And the only person who goes, you are here for us is Oscar. So him immediately going, do I smell as the perfume? Is that Stacey? Quick, I gotta go get my girl back. Fuck off.
Guys, I'm here for you. I'm here for you, Stacey. So, Stacey. Hello, Stacey. Hello.
And then leave to go to talk to Stacey. Just for Zoe to be like, you love me instead. Because she's being played the exact same way Dennis Rickman did to her. It's fantastic. Because if you don't know, she loved Dennis Rickman. And Dennis Rickman loved Sharon. Yes, that gets complicated because it's incest by technicality, but it's not incest. It's not blood related.
Not biologically related. Yeah.
So it's weird, but not like weird. And she's being played again the exact same way Dennis Rickman played her by Max Branning, who immediately loves Stacey, but Zoe wants Max to love her.
And even whilst talking about Zoe, it's like, because it's like, has there been anyone else? Oh no, there's never been anyone else. I'm working on myself. I want to get better. I'm trying to be better. But then like he kisses Zoe and Stacey's like, oh, is this what you've been doing? And Zoe's like, oh, we've been together. We were together before we came to the square. And then after when they talk about it, he's like, oh, so you were Zoe then? He's like, oh yeah, but it's not like it's so crazy. And I will say the one thing they've done a good job is they've done such a fantastic job at building up Lauren and Oscar to actually be really likable. Because I used to think Lauren was pretty garbage, but over this last year, she really has really is improving. And now I'm like, I love Abby. Wish she wasn't dead, but like Lauren is genuinely really, really good as a really fun character, and Oscar as well, because that's the only way it works. Where you have Lauren, who's been there before with Max, knowing that he's going to do it again. But you have Oscar, who hasn't been there and hasn't had to deal with Max ruining the family again. And so you just have your poor little Oscar's like feelings, just like you will stay, won't you, Dad? Yeah, well, maybe if the time's right. I got some business opportunities to go, and like you see his little heart break, and
I
it's just it's
uh,
so good.
I can't hate it. I just can't. Like, it's so fucking funny as well. But yeah, so basically, Stacey's annoyed by this. Jane's stuck in the tube station because the tube broke down. Classic tube. The smell of rubber as well. I don't know. Well, you've been on the tube like twice. The smell of
Yeah.
fucking rubber on the tube is horrendous. Which is fair enough. The windows are usually slightly open, but it's a horrendous smell. I mean, again, fair enough. But yeah, Jean's stuck on the tube having a panic attack, but she's calmed down by Priya. So Stacey's like, I'm leaving. I'm fucking leaving. Like, I'm not staying around listening for this drama. And Lily greets her goodbye. Kat's like, oh, did you leave, Stacey? Stacey's like, I'm leaving because of your whore of a daughter. She doesn't say it like that, but you can tell if it wasn't PG, they would have said that. And yeah, she gets in a black cab, and she goes away. I thought Max was going to accidentally run into the cab because he also leaves. But yeah, Stacey
Yeah.
leaves, and to me, this is a weak exit. I know it's a temporary exit or a not delayed, but
Well, that's what we don't know, because the way everybody's read the Stacey exit, everybody's read the Stacey exit saying, "Oh, it's just like a little extended break," you know. But the way we did a video on this, the way the article sounded like, no, this is a proper exit. She's exploring other opportunities. She's raising her kids. So like, to me, I thought this was like a permanent one. But also the way they have her leave, it is with her like with her, Hope, and Arthur in a black cab, just like going away. So like, I don't know. I I still think this is going to be a long-term exit for me. But the way they shot it does make it seem like she's just leaving for now and she'll be back in like 2 years.
yeah, but to me, it's not a good exit for the character because
It
you
yeah, it just came out of nowhere in some random week in October. Stacey Slater, one of the biggest characters EastEnders has ever seen, leaves in the first week of October. And it's like, could you guys not have just filmed some Christmas scenes already? Just say, look, she wants to leave, she wants to raise a kid, she wants to like be a stay-at-home mum. We'll just film her scenes for Christmas now, and she can leave, and we'll play it out over Christmas, and then she'll have a big exit, and that's what you do.
or
But just to leave in some random week in October is so weird.
I don't mind her. I don't mind her leaving. It's how they've done it. It's just last week she gets the news and then she's ready to leave, and then like doesn't even like try and fight the urge to stay. I know Lacey Turner has to raise her kids. I'm not saying don't raise your kids. Obviously, go raise your kids, girl. Your kids are more important than a silly soap opera that two grown men
And
who's
also, it's not as if she hasn't like fully served out her time. Like
yeah,
she's done everything she's ever been expected to do fantastically. So
yeah, and like I understand that, but it's the fact she leaves in a black cab and she doesn't even get Julia's theme. I know Julia's theme this year has been overused, but like fucking Sonia got it, and I like Martin got it. Fucking Martin. I know Martin is technically the first ever baby born on the square in the show, but like fucking Martin got it, and you couldn't even give Stacey anything. She just leaves in a black cab. You don't even have Jean chase after Stacey. You're like, well, Stacey, wait, Stacey, and like you get that campy thing you see in movies where you have like the taxi driver chase after, or you have the woman chase after the man, and the man chase after the woman in a cab, being like, stay. I love you. I'll be here waiting for you when you come back. You don't even have Jean like run after her or anything. She just leaves,
I mean, she does just show up at the time after she leaves, which is funny.
and then she just
The
tells,
timing of it was funny.
Zoe to leave. Could you not make it? Could you not give less of a fuck? Like you literally just went, you want to leave, Lacey? All right, fucking leave, prick. Want to raise your kids, fucking woman.
It's also
Like,
it's not like this was a rushed exit. We've known that Stacey's been leaving for months. We've known that she's been leaving for. I'm trying to find the actual time when it was reported because we did a video about it. But like, it's been fucking months since she was expected to leave. So why? In May, it was announced that she was going to leave. in May, in May, it was announced that she was going to leave the show. How many months in the year is May? We've had like 6 months, and Stacey's exit feels like it came out of nowhere over about 2 weeks. Like, I think that's the biggest problem. Like, yeah, sure, and she did say, yeah, I'd be open to returning. Like, yeah, sure, but everyone who says that, everyone who leaves says that anyway. So the fact that it just came out of nowhere. Then it's also the fact that it kind of went. I guess in a way, it's Stacey not kind of going. It's Stacey. Stacey is learning and choosing herself this time, where previously in previous stints she would go back to Max again and she would try it and she'd feel horrendous doing it all over again. But this time she didn't. She didn't fall for it. There was no kiss. They didn't sleep together one last time. This time she actually went, you know what? You know, Martin was my soulmate and I don't need this anymore. I don't need this. Because it is like a toxic thing that they would both do. But yeah, just the fact that it came out of nowhere and had zero build up to it. And I get it's still weird. I get they wanted to keep like Lila Turner, who plays Lily there, but also like it still does feel weird that she just left her kid in London. She left her teenage daughter with a baby by herself. Yeah, sure, all the family's around her, but that family's falling to pieces. It's just still very strange. Still, just a lot of very odd, peculiar bits. And it was done well. It was done well. It was a cool exit, but just the fact that it felt so unceremonious. When like if this is Stacey leaving for a good chunk of years, but she may do. Like let's not kid ourselves. Maybe I've read it all wrong. Maybe it is just gonna be she's leaving for 2 years and then should have come back. But still, usually in these instances, you have a really big, long-winded exit. And it just leaving in the back of a black cab, that's reserved for like Vi Highway, for fuck's sake. Like, it's not what you give Stacey Slater. But she'll inevitably be back, and they didn't even want to put her in any like sense of peril. I get that, but yeah, just odd, just not sure how to feel about it. Like, but I will say though, the week was really good, but it's yeah, just some raised eyebrows with some of it.
yeah, sorry. Um, to also give my thoughts properly on last week with it, it it's not a return that I looked forward to, or a late exit I was looking forward to, because it felt like they were just going, "Oh, you want to leave? Well, we don't want you to leave, but we'll have you leave anyways." It felt like she wanted to leave, but again, I don't know the inside out. I don't work, but how it felt for me was, yeah, you wanted to leave, but we didn't want you to leave mutually, so we're just gonna shittily write you out. Um, but my problem with this is, again, you build it to it. Like, have it at the start of September, she gets the phone call from Sean, and she has a month to think about it, and then obviously
And
in
she doesn't even have to be on screens that frequently to do that,
no,
in my opinion. Like like I said, it feels like you could easily you just film scenes ahead. You go, okay, Lacey, you want to leave? That's fine. Well, film all your scenes up till Christmas. Do like 20 episodes between now and then. and then you get to have a Christmas exit that'll actually kind of actually reward the character for all the time and the effort you've spent in the role, rather than just being like, "Yep, see ya,
Be-
see ya,
because
see you soon, see you in 2 years."
so I feel like this is going is it's gonna sort of be like a Shirley situation where they're gonna announce her return, but she might not come back. I could be wrong, but I just don't see her coming back yet. Is the problem? I
If I
don't.
had to predict, I think she'll actually. I genuinely think we won't see her for like at least 2 to 3 years, maybe even more.
Fair enough. I don't really know. I, I'll look forward to it, I guess. But yeah, that was really it for me about Stacey leaving. Um, it was a weird kind of exit, but also the fact Jean doesn't leave either, and I feel like Jean should have left as well. Just,
Yeah, yeah, but I think that they are gonna have to make Jean more redeemable, in my opinion, because you can't have Jean go on the way she has, as if she is now basically raising like Lily. She's basically Lily's guardian, essentially. Like she can't just be the bitter, angry Jean that we've seen all year. So I think that has to change in order for Jean to stay. And as we kind of forecasted, Jean is fixable. Jean is fixable, but just you just have to drop all the angst that she's been dealing with this year. But like even they could even make her more miserable, and I'm not looking forward to that either.
yeah,
So I don't know.
but I guess now is time for the awards. 01.
I suppose the final bit though, did it deserve the Julia's theme? I'd probably say so.
It's fucking Stacey Slater, of course it deserves Julia's theme.
Like Karen Taylor got the Julia's theme.
But yeah, now it's
So
now it
yeah, she firmly did deserve the Julia's theme. I don't even care if it's. It just felt like you're trying to say, no, 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 she will be back at some point soon, guys. Don't worry. But like, just give her Julia's theme. She's earned it, for fuck's sake.
yeah. And now it's time for the awards. Because I like doing the thoughts about the show at the outro, if you don't
All
mind.
right.
Because it kind of lets us know at the end. Like, we fully had a few, after the outro, we had a few times to just think about it. I know that sounds weird. But yeah, this is the awards. You don't know, we have a few awards on this particular show. They are not worth anything. Trust me, they're not worth anything. I tried bringing them into pawn shops and CEX, but all they offered me was store credit of 5 cents. So yeah, the awards are as follows: underrated for the most underrated character. That's pretty obvious. Who needs slapping down? The character who needs slapping down. The Chris Crenshaw Award of Excellence. There's something most promising, and the Keanu Taylor Award of Excellence. Um,
One thing I've seen that's just funny is obviously because of how the Stacey exit went, now all of the like newspapers are going to be like 4 exits in Stacey Slater's exit. And obviously it's Stacey, Max, and the 2 kids. Like, it's stop clickbaiting.
but where would you like to start? The Chris Crenshaw, the Keanu, or where?
Yeah, we always go for the Chris Crenshaw first and foremost. Most promising. I mean, it's Max, right? Like for me, this was a strong week, and I was so worried about the direction of Max. I was worried they were going to make him miserable, but they have made him miserable, and I think it works so well. So I just the one thing I will say, I know Max has vanished, but I hope it's not that long till he's back, because I can't be dealing with it. We always took the piss out of Chris Crenshaw for being short stint Crenshaw, where they would
Mm.
have 1 week's worth of episodes and then vanish. But Ben Wade, he does that in threes. We get we get 2 short stints, and the third stint will be the actual return. Can this please not be a Can this please not be a theme? Can we please not have to deal with this every new character he wants to bring back in? Because he's done it with Zoe, he's done it with Max, and he's probably going to do it with Ben as well. So please stop. I get that you want to build to it, you want to build to it, but you can just do it in better ways than this, in my opinion. Just can we just not have to deal with 3 short stints and then a return, please. Thank you.
Most promising for me is Max. The idea of him being a moody arsehole or asshole. Again, not Jake Wood the person. I should clarify that. Just to clarify, when I'm talking about Max Branning, I'm talking about Max Branning. Jake Wood again seems like a lovely person. Kind of like how it's weird because like he has the same kind of effect that the guy who plays Theo Hawthorne does, where like, well, he's not as evil as Theo Hawthorne, but like with the guy who played Theo Hawthorne, just seemed like a lovely bloke in real life, which he is because he swims for charity, which is fucking mental, and he keeps posting tweets about Reform, hating them, and I love it. But yeah, Max Brannon, well, no, William Ellis is just like he's like a woke kind of actor, if that makes sense. He hates like the common people being screwed out of common things. He's a decent guy. I follow him on Threads for some reason. But yeah, as I was saying, Max Brannon it's the dynamic also of Max and Oscar, where you have Oscar who's like a little child, happy to see his dad again. It's like in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where Will's dad comes back into the fray, and Will gets so
You don't want me, man.
and then
Lauren, why don't he want me?
oh, give me the Uncle Phil and Will scene, but with Lauren and I can't even tell someone to deep fake it because you can't, because it'll be extremely wrong. You can't, but like
why don't he want me, man? But that is the scene, though. It's Max. Oh, Dad, you're here. Can we go play baseball in the garden, Dad? Come on, let's play some catch. Come on, Dad. It's been so long since we've seen you. Yeah, sorry, son. It's a real good business opportunity. But Dad, you said we were going to do all these things together. Well, here's 50 quid. Don't spend it all at once. But Dad, please. That's all I've wanted. See ya.
I think I've made the greatest comparison.
And it's also the second that like Max is in some trouble and Oscar's like, "Hey, you doing okay, Dad? You doing okay?" And he's like, "Get out of my face! Get out of my fucking face, you little twat!" Like, it's your son, man. Come on.
I think I've met.
I love him. I could never hate him. Yeah, I'm just imagining it. It's so good.
I think I've made probably the best comparison in the history of watching Walford of like Uncle Phil, the Uncle Phil and Will Smith like scene. Well, no, you did that, but like the fucking Will Smith meeting his dad in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Oscar and Max. You don't want me, man. You don't want me, Phil. Why don't you want me? I've not seen Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, as a side note. I've only seen that episode, and I think one or two others. And then I heard it got a fucking remake, but like it's a dark and gritty remake. And it's called like, The Fresh Prince. But yeah, so yeah, there you go. Max Brannon and Oscar's dynamic. That's the most promising to me because I really, I don't.
But you also have to make up for lost time, right?
Yeah.
Because because Max will probably think, "Oh, he's just straight like me." But what if what if it gets important? What if he sees Oscar like with the man? He's like, "What the fuck's going on there?" And he's like, "I'm dad and bye." What? yeah, I'm dad and bye. We get all the like making up for lost time scenes. Oh, it's just so good.
I don't know why, but I like the idea that every time Oscar wants to hang it. Do you remember that Deji clip where he's like day one waiting to prank my dad when he comes through the door with the whipped cream, and it's like day 365, and he's like still holding the whipped cream. I wanted that to be like Oscar and Max, where Oscar's like, "Yeah, Dad, let's go outside. You can push me on the swing, Dad." Dad.
He turns around for 1 second. It's like how when you used to sleep in all the time when we were doing the podcast. That's how I get whenever you're like, "Oh, do you want to record the podcast?" I'm like, "Shit, got to get fucking home now. I need to get home right now, or then he's gonna fall asleep. He's gonna fall asleep, and I'm gonna have to wait an hour. I'm gonna have You are the Max Brown of the Watching Walford podcast.
Don't get
Goes on trips all the time. Leaves me holding the fort down.
don't get enough sex as the Max Branning though character. So I don't think I have a kid out there. I don't think I'm Italian and had sex in a bathroom.
Fingers crossed.
I don't think I'm Italian and I had sex in a bathroom and possibly had a child. You know, I might get cancelled for that, but if you know that Italian I'm talking about, you know him.
I
But
don't know the reference. I don't know anything. Nothing
yeah,
to do with me.
exactly. He's just an innocent bystander. But yeah, him going on trip. I don't know why. Just imagining me next week with a pimp cane like Doctor House. But so yeah, it's Doctor House, the guy who has the cane. It's just
Yeah,
Kane in a suit. I only know Doctor House because of that scene where he has the boombox and he comes in with the boombox and he starts blaring it like. But yeah, the next up is the Keanu Taylor report of X. It again, Max. It has to be Max being fucking.
it's Max's like resolve. Zoe's here. Zoe, Max, you do want me, don't you, Max? Stace, where are you, Stacey?
Um,
Fantastic, love him.
and then underrated. Oh God, Oscar for being like Oscar for having to for being the Will Smith of that.
Yeah, I'm sure I have to give it to Ian for his you lot couldn't find a boob in a brothel. Belter. What a line. What a fantastic line. Or Harry saying, "Look, I'll do the dance. It's the mechanic," as he starts like doing the kneel from the in-betweeners.
Again,
Fantastic.
I remember telling my dad that Will is in the new Star Wars movie, and he looked at me and he went, "Wait, Will is?" And I went, "Yeah." And who's the in-betweeners? And I named all of them. And then I turned to my dad and went, "So how many Legos can you stick up your bum?" And then he just looked at me like he didn't get the reference. Oh no, that just looks like an awkward question I've asked my dad on a bus.
Oh, not on a bus. Why has he done that? Ridiculous scenes.
And now who needs slapping down? Max again.
Also, I love how we narrowly missed the Max and Cindy interaction as well. Like, I don't know why Cindy went back to the Albert when Max appeared, but she gets back just after he leaves.
Exactly.
So that's the stuff I don't mind of building up for it.
Yeah.
That is the stuff I don't mind building up. Not waiting for 3 months to see one little hint of Max's, like one little strain of Max's fine hairs on his head. It has to be something substantial, boys.
But yeah, now we'll obviously do the thoughts about the show at the end. But now
I think why don't we do it now?
we can do it now if you want. Do you want to do it now?
Why we do it after we talk about not EastEnders?
Okay, fair enough.
Final thoughts. It was a pretty good week, in my opinion. It's probably the best week Ben Wadey's done so far. I mean, if you take two characters who weren't on the show like 4 months ago, and they're headlining a week of EastEnders, this is what the vision of Ben Wadey's probably gonna be like. Where you have pretty like fresh faced in comparison. You have a renewed Lauren who, after coming back, did fuck all for a year. You have new Peter who came back under Clenshaw, or new old Peter rather, and then you have Oscar, Zoe, and Max, three characters who weren't on our screen 6 months ago. I think this is more of what his vision is going to be. I like the direction of Max, and yeah, I think this has been the best week of EastEnders since he took over.
I like the week again. Most of the week has mainly been carried by Oscar and Max's weird dynamic of our friendship. I also like Lauren because I know she goes out the door. I only people tell me I know she went out the door. But again, I think Sonia has one of those windows where you have to lift them up like that, one of the old windows. So I like to imagine she lifted it up like that and went out the window, the front window, and no one spotted her. Like she somehow can just do that. I liked that. I know people are going to tell me it was the front door. I know it was the front door, but let me believe it was the window. Um, but yeah, I also liked her like just Peter being like, go, you know what, Penny, you can probably trick her. Yeah, just do it, please. And Penny doing it. I liked Stacey immediately being like, Max, I
Also,
don't.
Penny doing it whilst being coached, but still saying, "Yeah, Peter's just a bit fucking boring, isn't he? You don't really want to marry him, do you? Do you? Do you?"
Um,
I got her, guys. I got her anyways.
I love how everyone's just like, you don't want to fucking marry this fucking loser, do you? I like, right. I know I talk about Max and
And like,
Oscar.
and I agree though, because Peter is absolutely useless.
Is okay. Here's a more interesting question: is he more
Trying to
use?
get Peter to be useless is like trying to show a dog a card trick. It's just not going to happen, is it? It's just going to look at you. He's so garbage, it's unreal. He doesn't have. He works on a fruit and veg stall. He only just moved out of his parents' house at the age of 30. Each time that there's any crisis, he just goes, Lauren, maybe you can take time off work. Peter, you work on a fruit and veg stall. How many apples are you selling a day to pay for that fucking house? Not many, I don't think. Like he's just perennially useless.
Okay. Okay, but here's a real question: who is more useless, him or his brother Bobby?
Yeah, but Bobby's got heart.
It's like sticking a.
I don't know why I've decided that Bobby has a nicer soul, despite being a murderer.
I don't know why the way you said that is like sticking a chicken with no legs in a cockfight. Just,
But Bobby's got a stronger soul.
he's got a stronger soul. I know this cock is like 2 times his size, and this chicken has no legs. But like, come on, he will beat him. Trust me, Jeff. I've paid 50
It's
quid.
like talking about like UFC or mixed martial arts, or like your mate at the pub. Oh well, if I was in there and they broke me arm, I wouldn't tap out. I wouldn't tap out. I've just got the heart, me. I've just got the heart. Don't have any of the training, but I've cracked a few jaws in my time. He's going downtown to Pan.
It's like
I wouldn't. Oh, even if he snapped me foot and arm, I wouldn't tap out.
it's
Like
like
you couldn't tap out. Your arm's broken. Yeah, well, I wouldn't do it.
it's I've told this story to Ash before. It's like how my cousin told me once, oh Piggy, I could batter Brock Lesnar. Now I'm not getting into Brock Lesnar's allegations, but if you don't know Brock Lesnar, he's a big fucking muscle dude. He's like a former UFC, I think a triple time.
Multiple time UFC champion.
Yeah, multiple time UFC champion, a WWE champion, which I know doesn't really matter in that sense. But like, he's a multi-time UFC champion. No way you're beating Brock fucking like my cousin is a lanky, probably 5'11", 6 foot lanky guy. You reckon Brock Lesnar won't be able to beat him? I'm like, man, you're gonna get fucking destroyed. And I even said to him, I would pay to watch. I would find however much it would cost Lesnar, and I would absolutely pay to watch that fight because I would absolutely love to see him with the confidence and the cock of the walk, immediately go in there, and then it's just one punch and he's knocked out. It's just so fucking funny. Um, but yeah, on that, yeah, as well with Peter, I just Oscar's got like Oscar's like more talented than he is as well. Like Peter can't even put an IKEA furniture together. That's how useless he is. I know they probably don't have IKEA in EastEnders, but let's be real. Um, I can't put IKEA furniture together, but I've had an excuse. I'm disabled. Um, he's just useless, is he? It's old Peter. I don't know what else though. Anything else you want to add to this?
I think I've said my bit about Peter.
All right. Anything else we have about the week, or shall we move on to the after show?
It's just a bit of a shame that Stacey's exit took place in some random week in October with no real build to it.
Yeah.
Ultimately,
Yeah, and that is the awards and the thought about this week. It is now time for the after show. But first, with the after show, It's time to do the Strictly Speaking
Oh yeah,
segment.
shit.
It returns.
Yay! It's back. Timestamped ready. All right. So obviously, if you have never seen the channel before or haven't seen the channel around Strictly time, I believe there was one season where we, both me and Piggy, watched and reviewed Strictly Come Dancing. It was the series with Leighton and Nikita and Ellie and Vito. I think it was 2 years ago, maybe even three. I
Yeah,
don't
two
know.
years ago.
But beyond that, it kind of, I don't know. I love Strictly Me. I don't know why. Something about it just works. I'm like a kid in a candy shop. I'm like, it's a magical experience for some. I don't know why, but I love it. I absolutely love it. So like the way I watch Strictly, I sit down, I'll pull it up on my monitors, I shut the door, and I say, "Nobody, you fucking bother me. It's Strictly time." So I'm like in a vacuum. I like my candle. I light my candle. I sit there. I turn the volume up real loud so I can like hear all the music, and I'm fully in the zone. And I spend like 2 hours smiling like a lunatic, just like enjoying it all. Um, and it's great. I do love Strictly. It's I don't know. There's something about it. It just works. Just clicks in my brain. And obviously, Strictly started properly this previous week, and by the time this comes out, there will have been the second episode, which I probably also loved. Um, the one kind of vague start where you see a lot of the characters you like. Typically, with me, a lot of the characters I like on Strictly are usually like soap alumni. Like we currently have Suki Panasar's actress Balvinda Sopal on there. We have a guy who played Nicky Milligan in Emmerdale, um, who called Lewis Cope, who he's dreamy. He's dreamy. That man's got some eyes on him, and he's also really good at dancing. Um, but otherwise, they're just some fun stuff. You got to see Thomas Skinner be shit,
Yeah,
which is always enjoyable.
I was gonna ask, how did he do? Because
He was
he's
garbage.
yeah, because
Okay, so what he did the Paso Doble, which is you watch some of them, but it's the fierce dance where like you're doing all the like stiff kind of movements. You got a very stern look on your face. Usually there's like a dress and the dress is getting fucking swished around. Like, it's the very intense dance that you kind of give to people who can't necessarily dance. And the weird bit as well, there weren't any like Charlestons either. And Charleston's like the kind of like 1920s kind of
yeah.
like bouncy bit of footwork. You often see those fairly early on in Strictly because it's quite an easy dance to learn. And if you can't dance, it's not the hardest one to do. But Thomas Skinner was shit. But I don't think he's leaving first though. Is the problem because there's another guy who's even worse than him.
Who?
I don't think he's worse than Les Dennis. I don't think he's worse than Les Dennis. But Les Dennis was horrendous anyway. So
Oh, don't bring in my boy into this. Don't bring Les into this. Les was shit, but I loved him. I love Les. I love Les.
he was so bad.
He was
unreal.
If you don't know, Les Dennis he was 60 at the time, I believe, and he had fucking cammy knees, and he was about as
He might even be 70. He was horrendous.
He was. He generally was one of the worst dancers I've ever seen, and I'm a terrible dancer, but he was genuinely horrible. And I loved him. He was my dark horse, and I knew he wasn't going to win. I don't know if I can make this comparison, but it's like betting for the wheelchair kid to win in a running race. You know, he's not. he's not winning.
That's unreasonable. That is. Fucking hell. What if he's got a turbojet on him?
Well, like fucking Happy Wheels.
He's got rocket fuel bouncing out the back.
I don't know.
In terms of the people I like, in terms of the Strictly people, obviously Lewis Cope is my number one bae. Obviously Balvinda Sopal, Suki Panasar, she was pretty good. I think she was in the category of the people who got like undermarked. Because there are always ones. It's like last year, Jamie Borthwick. It felt like Jamie Borthwick could do like a perfect dance, and they'd be like, "Yeah, well, get a 6, you shit." Oh, I said the bad word, but that's the same thing. That was basically the whole thing.
Timestamp for that means
Well. Timestamp. There we are. Got it. Got a timestamp. But I was basically out. Mate, I typed in the timestamp into like a search bar, and I obviously typed 1:20:25 and then CU, and obviously what I've not got my search results couldn't be shown on stream right now.
Oh, I mean, we've different
The
timestamps.
hub's shown up.
Oh, we've different timestamps. I have to make a timestamp. Because you plug the power out of your PC.
Oh yeah, true.
He said the C word, and I have to fucking go back now and find it.
But to put it back on track though, I do like Lewis Cope. He is good. I do like Balvinda. I think she was pretty good. One thing that's cool as well is you get multiple different types of people. You have Ellie Goldstein, who is an actress and model who also has Down syndrome.
Oh, nice.
Which it's cool to see. You have Lavoie, who is a drag queen, who and like the best bit about it is you got to see Lavoie's dad, who is he is the opposite of all of like the people we kind of take the piss out of. He's like a 70-year-old man who's just proud. He's just so proud. He does this beautiful speech on, I think it was on RuPaul's Drag Race, where they get the parents to dress up like their sons, like or their kids like drag act. And you have this like I'll have to send you the video, but you see this like 70-year-old man just like dressed up as his son's like drag queen alter ego, and he does this beautiful speech about how dressing up like this, I don't really know how to feel, but it feels good. At this point I feel like it's a privilege to be gay. It's like, I love him. He's so wholesome is Lavoie's dad. But no, it's a really cool cast, and there's so many like different angles for it, and yeah, it's just cool. It's just I love Strictly. I think it's fantastic, and it's just great. I just love it.
Yeah. Again, I haven't seen the season. I'm not, but I'm gonna let Ash like talk about it on the podcast because I might as well. But if you keep saying the C word, I'm gonna have to cut him off. You know, like
we all get one. We all get one.
Yeah, we all get one.
To be fair, we probably could get away with it.
We can try if you want.
Yeah, why not? It's only one. It's only one. We'll take the gamble.
We'll take the gamble, but if it's not, you're going back to edit it.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, I guess now, and I'm gonna grab the. Can you send me an article for all the Big Brother, people in it? Big Brother 2025.
Yeah, sure. I'll try. But I suppose my final bit, if I had to predict who's gonna win, I don't know. Like I want to say the Lewis, but it's the weird thing with Strictly, right? Where to win, you you don't even have to be the best dancer. You do have to have the best story because it is a reality TV show at the end of the day. So you do have to have the best story. It's like last year where Chris McCausland, the blind comedian, he wasn't the best dancer, but also from where he started to where he ended up, he was fantastic. So it kind of it's that weird little it's the weird thing with Strictly where at the end of the day it is a reality TV show. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of but I do love it. It's a recent kind of interest, but it is one that I do actually genuinely adore. And on all of the weeks that Strictly take place, I'll sit down with my candle. I'll sit there like my brother like brought my food up to me, which never happens. Like, oh yeah, just get your food. Just like I don't know if I could like bottle up the Strictly experience and just see it every time. The time where I stop loving Strictly will be a very sad day. It'll be a very sad day.
And now is the Big Brother segment. We're just going to talk about the people introduced on Big Brother. If Ash can send me and I'll share my screen with him, and we'll do it like that, so he can kind of get the image.
I've sent through the article.
Thank you. Do you mind if I share it with you or like?
I mean, just mention the name and I'll follow through on my end.
All right.
That'd be fine.
All right.
Obviously, just think. Obviously, this Big Brother. If you've not seen Big Brother in 2 billion years, obviously it's now on ITV as opposed to Channel 4. And it's kind of in a bit of a resurgence as it came back in 2023, and it has actually taken shape. I previously watched the last celeb version, which was won by David Platt or Jack P. Shepherd in Coronation Street. And this time, my sister likes it, and she always tells me I need to watch it. So I decided I was going to watch it. And so, as of when this comes out, there probably will be 4 or 5 episodes. And as and when this podcast comes out, it probably will be out there. And there'll be like 4 or 5 episodes in. I've only watched the one episode, and I've seen stuff throughout. So we're just gonna riff on some of the cast members and just the people that are funny on it, really.
Yeah. So I'm not going to read the article, right? But I'm going to go through the names and the images, right? Um.
Yeah,
So who are the four newbies in the Big Brother 2025 cast? We have you said this name
I
earlier.
have no idea. I
Theo,
didn't.
Theosia? Faye. We have Faye, who's 33. We have Faye, who's 33. They are a financial investigator. Financial what? A financial investigator who has watched Big
In fact,
Brother.
we don't even need to go through all of them. Just need to go through. Just point out the one because basically I only know about four of these
Yeah,
people.
yeah. We're going through the ones we know, but I will like just to show
But
people.
I don't know these people. I've not seen them yet.
Uh, do you know Cameron B? He's 25.
No.
Okay, you don't know. You know Richard, who's 60.
I know Richard. No, Richard. Richard is seemingly he's just the house dad essentially. It seems like he's come in. Everybody loves him. Everybody's standing him, and he's just like the dad who is trying to like put out all the fires. There's always like a dad in the houses where you need like you need someone who's lived more to kind of make sure that the idiot kids don't start messing shit up.
Oh my God, we've got we've got Lord Farquaad next. Uh, all right, hold on. I need so people can see why I call him Lord Farquaad. Um.
It's so unreasonable. And
Uh.
this George guy, he's so I once again, I've not seen all his like full interactions, but fundamentally, he seems like a strong reform voter. As of like, I think it was the previous night, so this would be what Wednesday night. He has a conversation with a 18-year-old from Bristol where he's like, "Oh well," he basically goes, "I have a problem with all the illegal immigrants," essentially. And you have this 18-year-old woman from Bristol. I think she's called like Jaya or something. Um, and she, Taya, yeah, Taya, essentially, and obviously because she's from Bristol, I have a weird sense of kinship with people from Bristol because most Bristol people have the farmer accent that I'm supposed to have. So it's like, ooh, just like what? It's like just like well, no, I think it's actually quite divisive. I do. So like, I don't understand why you're perpetuating this hate. I think like people like me because she is a woman of color. I feel like people would think that people like me, despite me being born here or me like living here, feels like people would kind of assume I'm illegal and want me out. So like, just essentially saying, "Oh, fuck your anti." It's not essentially saying a lot of the rhetoric. I don't know why this has gotten political, but this is just this was the argument that happened. It is Big Brother. You get people from different backgrounds, but essentially saying that yeah, sure, the dialogue may not inherently be based in racism, but also if you may like you can have a problem with illegal immigrants being in the country and you can even argue that probably maybe there are too many, maybe there are, but the way that a lot of people are doing it they're doing it in a racist way as opposed to another way, and that was kind of the crux of the conversation, saying I think it's basically her saying I think to it's irresponsible to take this stance simply because it's way too divisive and a lot of people are getting angry because it's kind of often the thing, right? Especially
Just never worked a day in his life and don't think he is a man who will help you. He doesn't care about you. He cares if you give him money. Why do you think he does Cameo? He doesn't care about you. He's not going, oh, John, who's 53, is telling me to wish him a happy birthday. Wow, but I really make this well. He's not. He's waking up out of his bed, getting a cup of coffee and going, happy birthday, John. Up the rah. without doing any historical research of why you can't really say that as an Englishman, you fucking gobshite. But yeah, enough about that. I, I don't know if you
Just
know.
timestamp that whole thing. We're keeping it in, but just in case.
uh, I would, I would, but I don't know whether I started. Um, I'll just put the end of it in and then go back if I have to.
It really is putting a dampener on what was going to be let's laugh at funny ginger man.
But yeah, let's laugh at the funny ginger brand now. Um, but yeah, look at this, look at this. So I put the image up multiple times. I was flashing around while you were doing the immigrant like speech, and then I put it on the camera on me. But yeah, this is the funny ginger man who looks like Lord Farquaad.
You also said he looks like the berries and cream guy.
I also said he looks like what you'd encounter in Skyrim. Like he's gonna help you fix the village. Like he just looks. he, he just I also said he looks like something the Amish would think is cool. So yeah, the next guy I should really get rid of Lord Farquaad. Hold on, he's still on screen. I don't think you know who is Gani. I think you do.
Gani is he basically just said, "Yeah, I'm bi. It's great. Didn't realize I was bi. Tried
Oh,
it. Fantastic."
oh, here we go, Ash, the big man, Cameron.
Big Farmer Cameron. See, once again, I've not seen much of him, but he seems lovable. And watch this age terribly as he comes out to a massive like bigot. But he seems lovely. He seems like a fairly introverted guy who keeps to himself and isn't actually. He isn't actually. He's more ignorant out of just not really coming across many people. But it seems like he's actually willing to like listen and learn to other people's experiences, which seems quite cool. So I do love Farmer Cameron. Plus, he's just a little weird, isn't he? He's just a little strange.
Can I read out what it says on Cameron, if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure.
Cameron predicts that he will be quite different to his fellow housemates, suspecting that there won't be anyone who is a country bumpkin-esque figure. I'm quite looking forward to meeting new people, he added. I think I'll hopefully bring a bit of leadership to the house. Ah.
Yeah, it seems lovely.
Then we have Nancy, born in Italy, raised in Glasgow. I think I
Yeah,
know.
she sounds very, 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 very Glaswegian, but she keeps saying, "I'm not from Glasgow. I'm not, I'm not from Glasgow. Where are you from?" Kent. I don't. She keeps trying to make it a big revelation that she was born in Italy.
Ash, I don't know if you know this, but I think we both knew a guy who said he was born in Italy but raised in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has he got a sex change? Do we need to find something out? And then we have Caroline, who's 56.
See, everybody loved her because everybody thought she was based because she had a story like, "Oh, but I think she's like, I've been married like 5 times, but they just never seems to work because I just can't stand living with men." Which obviously Twitter's like, yes, yes. But then, just before the conversation between I don't remember her name, but the Bristol 18-year-old and fucking Lord Farquaad, she said, "Oh well, I'm actually mates with Farage." But
Fuck
then
off.
the second she says that, fuck off, and then she leaves. She leaves because she doesn't want to deal with the confrontation she's just started. Coward.
Uh, then we've got Salih. I think he's Salih.
Zella.
Salah.
Zila.
He's
Obviously, trans man.
yeah. Which if
Which you
you
honestly wouldn't tell.
no.
You wouldn't be able to know if they hadn't been pretty open. And once again, I mean, obviously, if you don't know our position, pretty happily content. You know, very 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 trans friendly. I've got trans friends. Like it's cool that there's someone who is willing to go on TV and actually be very open. And especially because you also get the instance where you have a female to male trans, where I mean, I would make the joke, but this probably does not as fun. But it's kind of the slight cheat code of trans is you just go female to male and not male to female because then all the turfs aren't raging at you. But that's obviously a lie because people hate trans for reasons.
Well, no, the problem is they don't want trans women in women's bathrooms, but then they don't. But then they don't talk about trans men in men's bathrooms. It's like, where the fuck do you want trans men to go if they can't go in
And
a
obviously,
women's bathroom?
Zila when Zila made a fairly good joke by saying, "Yes, I know it's wild to think that I went from like the beauty of women's bathrooms to the disgusting of men's." Like, yeah, but that has been good, and Zila's had some good conversations with one of the other contestants, who is all I can be described as a gay twink.
We'll get to
Um,
them.
and has kind of actually been having conversations about like being trans and kind of feminism and trans because some people believe feminism is pushing out the trans women. But no, just some really good conversations, and once again important and necessary to have because, like I said, there's trans visibility, and it's pretty fucking important because a lot of people wouldn't necessarily. Some people may never have. Some people probably have never interacted with a trans person in their life, and that's fine. But if you have someone who can be viewed as a figure who makes it seem more normal to people, it's always good. I think visibility and representation is always very important.
And then we have Teacher,
Taya, I don't
Taya.
remember how you say her name. Obviously, she's the girl from Bristol, so she speaks like this. The old farmer, and she was the one who went to Lord Farquaad and basically went, all this anti-immigrant hatred is pretty divisive, and I don't like it. And she fucking nailed it. She's 18. She's 18 years old. I wish I was that mature at 18.
Then we have Marcus, who's 22.
He just seems like a fuckboy.
We have Tate.
Yeah, no idea. No
Okay.
idea.
Elsa, who's 21.
Okay, so the weird thing is she said that she sees dead people, and she didn't elaborate on it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And
Casual.
she calls herself Tinkerbell.
Okay. Her name's
Um
Elsa. Wrong
and
Disney
um but yeah, she says she
princess.
sees dead people. She says she sees demons. She says she sees demons inside people. She said she once woke up getting fucked by a demon. Like, I don't know, her box is gone. Probably not something to do, but she's got the old she's got the old wobbly lip. It's, I don't know, something's gone wrong
I
somewhere.
just it's kind
And
of
she went from having a story about how she was adopted, which is a cool story, but now she just seems like she's going for the showmance. The old Big Brother romance that everybody gets invested in.
I don't know if I've ever told this story. It's kind of related to this. I remember once I was in, it's not an abandoned shopping center, but it's kind of a shopping center. There's a little shopping mall. An Aldi's
Hmm.
there now, or a little. And I was 8, so I was playing with like my toys. And then obviously this woman is sat there next to my dad and she's going, come on, Joseph, go play with the child. Come on. My dad's like, who are you talking to? And she's like, Joseph, you see Joseph, don't you? My dad's like, yeah, son, play with Joseph. And I'm sat there like, go on, Joseph, don't be shy. Don't be shy, Joseph. Go on. He's a bit shy. He's a bit shy. And my dad's like, the fuck?
Son, we're leaving. We're leaving. Let's go.
I, I don't know why I see dead people. It just reminds me of fucking, what is it? What's the movie? The
What, Sixth
Shining.
Sense?
I was thinking The Shining. Then we have Sam, the twink. Absolutely.
Yeah. Honestly, he looks so uncanny that I don't even know. He doesn't look real. He's
uh,
operating on the next level of twink that I don't even understand, but I'm perfectly fine with it.
he's
There always has to be a very proud and open gay. Like, walks out, does a bunch of poses, like sticks the ass out, like, yeah,
stick
go
that
on,
ass out.
Sam.
Stick that ass out. Then we have Jenny, who's 20. She's from
Uh,
Derry.
she, she yeah, she's from Derry. She's very much from Derry. She's got the full accent and everything. Fucking fantastic. I've not even seen much to her, but I can already tell that she's probably not going to take shit too seriously, and she may be involved in one or two fights, but she seems funny already.
And do you know how you
It's
piss?
just the Derry accent. You don't even have to be an interesting person, but you have the Derry accent. Oh, it's fucking great.
Do you know how you piss her off?
Hmm.
You say she's from Londonderry. Immediately piss her off. You just see that's what Faraz will do. Faraz will just say, "Hey, you're from Londonderry." No, I'm from Derry. Fuck off. It's what I.
And the final one, but yeah, I honestly, my favorites currently are fucking Farmer George and Jenny so far, and obviously the trans guy
Uh,
and the twink.
and then
Love them.
affected has been Emily 25.
She was a Tory and got booted out immediately. It was fantastic.
If I'm going to read this, I'm going to read this. All right. The unashamed Conservative political offence manager Emily Hewitson, I don't know, but I don't give a shit, was the first to be evicted from the Big Brother house. Before entering the house, Emily declared she believes Boris Johnson is a teddy bear, adding she's gagging for a husband and anyone who won't date a Tory is missing out. No.
She got booed the whole time. It was great. Like she was just fucking weird. Was the problem? Like she was really loud and she had this really weird energy where she was like trying to fit in and be normal, but her normal's just weird. And she got booted out by the end of the first night. It was fantastic. And they even did a fucking show reel of like, oh, here were your best bits, and it's her saying like one line, and then she's out. Picture perfect. And then I think it was Danny Beard, who obviously is also a drag performer. On the like late show or the after show, they went, oh, and some would say she went back to where she came from, because honestly, she seems like a fucking like misinformation Tory piece of shit.
Oh,
Like her online footprint horrendous.
she's definitely saying that the refugees get iPads. She's
Yeah,
definitely, she's definitely saying that. I don't. I wouldn't publicly say that Boris Johnson is a cuddly teddy bear. Um, publicly wouldn't say that. If you're doing anything, just do what the Twilight creator did. Like, because she loved the Gerard Way, I believe, the guy from My Chemical Romance, and really wanted to fuck him. So she just imagined vampires and wolves and a woman. Just kind of do that. Create your own Twilight love. Where you want to fuck Boris? Maybe that's the key. Maybe that might be the next Twilight takeoff. You never. No, I'm just putting it out there. I don't know if you agree, Ash, but like, did you read it? What?
sorry, I zoned out for most of that. Twilight.
I said the woman.
Would I read a fan fiction of someone fucking Boris Johnson?
Yeah.
The answer's no. Oh, I did get a new book as well, though. Did
Go
get a new book.
on.
Bought a copy of the novel Dear Evan Hansen, which is obviously a musical, and it had a film with Ben Platt in it, and it was shit. But I liked the movie a lot. But I also decided to watch someone pick apart the movie, and I now like the movie less. When I basically just sat under a glass table and was surprised when someone shit on it. I was just like, why have I just ruined an interest that I like? But I still sat there and still just waded through the shit. But I bought the book because I realized I'm not as much of a book fan as I initially thought I was. And so for me to read a book, there has to be a movie that I actually really like, or like a musical that I really like. Otherwise, it's going to be a hard sell. But I'll read the novel, see how it turns out. Do like Dear Evan Hansen. Unsurprisingly, it's the second book that I bought that it starts off with like an isolated introvert outsider who finds where he belongs. But obviously in this one he fucking lies. He lies to a family. He allows a lie. The whole point of Dear Evan Hansen is he's a depressed teen who has a mum who works all the time, so he's pretty isolated and by himself. But he gets told to write a letter to himself by his therapist, and it's like, "Oh, dear Evan Hansen." Then basically has like a crude way about how today's got to be shit. But there's also another character called Connor who is also struggling, and he finds the note, and he keeps the note and signs Evan's cast, and then Connor ends his life. And so the family go, "Oh, you and Connor must have been great friends." So Evan becomes like a great deal of comfort for the family. And Evan kind of likes the attention a little bit too much of feeling loved and having a rich family and having a supportive family and being with their daughter, even though he's kind of like a surrogate son. And obviously, in the end, the lie comes out and the shit hits the fan. But it's pretty good. I like it. I haven't started reading it yet, but I am looking forward to it.
That's yeah, pretty good. I went to the UK last week. That's all I can say. I guess I can talk about it. I guess. I went last Thursday. Flight got delayed, but that was all right. I got on the flight. I sent. I was gonna say I sent Rose. I sent Ash a photo of the sausage roll. It looked like a dick pic, as he said to me. Um,
Yeah.
I angled it like a dick pic because I was just sat there. Uh,
Well, it's just because you were holding it around your peanut there.
yeah. I was just getting some random bird to fucking chew on it around my penis at the airport.
Piggy back in London with a bird seed. Call back to earlier in the podcast. Fuck. Gotta ask. My recording's at 1 hour 55. How long is this fucking podcast?
2 hours and 29 minutes.
Fucking hell. Anyway, keep going.
Depending if you have to keep the Farage bit in or not, but roughly 2:10, 2:20. But yeah, so I went. It's not up north, but I went to the seaside town. I had fun there. The problem is, Rose is kind of like you in the sense where you stay with too long. He's like, yeah, please just leave. But he doesn't really explicitly say it, kind of like you. He just is like, yeah, just kind of builds it up. But we've seen Spider-Man 1. We played Jumanji. We played Jumanji with these chili sweets, and I gave up after the third one. I had a bottle of Chucky frosted berries. I loved this so much. I bought 2 bottles in Tesco's yesterday, Wednesday, when this comes out on Ash's birthday. But yeah, we played that. We also played Mousetrap, hoping it would be as good, but it was literally so shit. It was so shit. Like ultimately, it was literally
And you
again.
also record it.
We did. He has to be edited. But yeah, we've seen Spider-Man, Spider-Man 1, which again is a fantastic movie if you've never seen it. I actually felt proud because I told Rose a fact that I did not know about the movie. Which, if you don't
And
know,
for context, Rose watches the movie like every year
yeah,
for his
um,
birthday.
yeah, he watches Spider-Man 2.
Friend of the channel.
Yeah, friend of the channel. Um, but if you don't know the fact, in the wrestling scene, the guy who's in the red and yellow with the bullhorn is Jack Murdoch, and if you don't know, Jack Murdoch is the father of Daredevil. I was gonna say Ben Affleck. That's not his name. Matt Murdoch.
Yeah.
And in other adaptations, I believe Jack Murdoch is a boxer. at least he, at least he is in the Netflix adaptation / Disney Plus adaptation. Um, but yeah, so Spider-Man 1 is a fantastic origin story. It's where, like, it tells you how he becomes Peter Parker, or not how he becomes Peter Parker, how he becomes Spider-Man. Imagine his name is Spider-Man. His identity was Peter Parker. But um, it's great. It feels weird that he shoots out of his arm. It makes him the strongest Spider-Man. Because I had to think about this more. Of when he shoots out his arm, he's literally shooting from there, and if he's like dangling, he's literally pulling pressure on his literal arm. If that makes sense. And I've just realized he has to be the strongest because that's gotta hurt like a lot. I know it's a movie and I'm thinking too much about it, but when you think about it, when he's literally retracting webs and he has to swing, he's literally pulling all his weight on his arm, which is, like I said, gotta fucking hurt a lot. Because at the end of the movie, he's like on the bridge and he's like dangling on the bridge, like as Spider-Man, and then the goblins literally snaps him away, and I'm like, oh, that's got, oh, Jesus, that was real. That would have hurt a lot. And then obviously, if you don't know, the Green Goblin gets stabbed by his glider, which is which is a great scene as well, as you see Norman turn from Norman Osborn into the Goblin again. Also, the Goblin is a great first villain. I think it fantastically builds your universe. Like, this is the first ever Spider-Man movie ever, like live action, I think. Um, so actually showing this is Peter Parker's like villains by showing the Green Goblin, because the Green Goblin is the most known. I think it was a fantastic choice. Seeing How to Train Your Dragon live action adaptation as well. Um, 40X, that was very wild. My back was killing me for a few days straight afterwards. And then seeing Spider-Man 2.1, which is also a great film. Spider-Man 2.1 is fantastic if you've never seen it. It's the same as Spider-Man 2, but it just adds a few more scenes. I seen that, and then I seen Spider-Man 3, which is honestly another fantastic film. I'd recommend all three of them. That's all I have to really say about them. If you want my in-depth reviews, you can check out Multimedia Maniacs. Where I do talk, but barely because my throat was sore from being sick. But yeah,
Yeah.
the Spider-Man 3 gets a lot of hate, but it does not deserve it. It's just the first 90 minutes of it is brilliant. It's when it gets to the final act it falls apart, because the entire point behind all these villains was Raimi wanted the villains to be redeemable, like they can be redeemed. Sandman can be redeemed because he killed Uncle Ben by accident, but he also wants to protect his daughter and save his daughter from surgery. Um, uh, Doc Ock is just a man who's gone insane by a microchip and can be redeemed because he drowns while saving the city, basically. And Goblin is taking over Norman, so he's being like Norman does not really have control over it, which is kind of cool. The only villain he couldn't really, and obviously the new Goblin is Harry Osborn, which he could kind of make redeemable by having him die to save Peter Parker. But the only villain he couldn't really make redeemable is Eddie Brock, because he's Venom. Like, Venom just wants to kill people. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, 3 gets a lot of hate, but I think it actually is good.
It's still really engaging in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like you expect that 3 with how kind of scrutinized it was, you expect it's gonna be really like boring. But no, it still is genuinely very good either way. Like it's still entertaining, even if it may be kind of comical and yeah, sure, there's probably a reason why Spider-Man 4 didn't come out, but like it's still very enjoyable.
yeah,
And
and
the worst a film can be is boring.
that's pretty much Tom Holland's trilogy. Let's be honest. Hey, but yeah, I've also received this Mayfix Tobey Maguire Spider-Man because I fucking love this suit. Yeah, I'm hiding it because it's missing a hand, but the hands are over there behind me. But yeah, he has mechanical feet, so magnetic feet, so he can't stand up on this. Oh,
Nice.
but he will fall. See up there. I also have the Andrew Garfield one, which he can kind of also do. Ooh, see, there you go. But yeah, also have my Mezco Indiana Jones, the figure I've been waiting for. I took the jacket off him. Yeah, that's why I've been off there. Sorry for coughing on podcast, but hopefully everything went all right. Um, also last week went to Smiths, like I said, and got Scott Steiner, and CM Punk. But yeah, I'm disappointed this figure does not come with a tiger, because Scott Steiner did an iconic entrance in that company in WCW where he came out with a fucking tiger, which can never be topped in my opinion. Just like the scene in Spider-Man 3 where Eddie Brock prays for Peter Parker to die because he got him fired from his Daily Bugle and got him fired from the Daily Bugle and stole his girlfriend. Nothing can top that as a villain. I don't care what you say. Do you agree? Do you think anything can top being praying for your own enemy to be killed by God as a villain?
It is kind of crazy.
Like, it is fucking mental.
I mean, obviously, my favorite villain is just Doc Ock. Really,
Oh, he's
Doctor Octavius is the best, and he does have the best stuff in No Way Home
oh
or whichever one it is.
Yeah, in two, he's in two and No Way Home.
Yeah.
Um, I always got a sad. I always cried a little when when you see him interact with Toby's Spider Man in No Way Home, because he goes, "How are you, my dear boy?" And he goes, "Trying to do better." And yeah,
Yeah.
and obviously I cried a lot during this scene in Spider Man Two when Aunt May gives that speech about the everyone needs a hero. They line up to see them, because it's I don't want to say it's better than with great power comes great responsibility, but it does show Peter that Spider Man
Well,
is needed.
it's just within his crisis of faith.
Yeah,
So like he needs it. He needs it to fucking do better.
and then also
Yeah. Love Spider-Man.
in three where you have where he kills Sandman, and then he goes back and tells Aunt May that Spider Man killed Sandman, but clearly Aunt May's like, why did he kill him? He didn't deserve to die, did he? And he's like, well, he killed Uncle Ben. It's like, yeah, but two wrongs don't make a right. And you
Yeah.
truly feel like it's an actual Peter Parker talking to his aunt, like, why aren't you happy that Spider-Man killed him? And it's like, because Peter, you don't understand. Just because someone killed someone does not make that other person right for killing them. It's something like that. I know I confused it,
Yeah.
but yeah, it truly is a fantastic trilogy. Um, I really hope with the next installments of Spider-Man we do see grounded Spider-Man and him being your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man like Toby's and Andrews. Even though Andrews is very depressed, let's be
Yeah.
real, because he did quite literally, nearly caused the death of his girlfriend, which did happen. And also on it, I will say that the person who's writing the Batman 2 keeps trying to get in contact with Sam Raimi to write a script for Spider-Man 4, where you would see Toby, who's much older and has
Yeah.
presumably a child, dealing with being a father, a husband, and being Spider-Man, which I think could be a good legacy sequel. I just don't know if they could pull it off, because knowing Sony,
I don't think it would ever happen.
yeah, but if they did, I'd love to see it. But yeah, and also, while I was over there on holiday, I obviously seen one of the greatest videos, which was Tobey Maguire spot in London, so he's returning for Doomsday. Fantastic.
Hmm.
But yeah, that is the podcast. Uh,
Yeah, I don't even we've covered everything. We've done everything. No, it's been a long one. I hope everybody's enjoyed it. It's been good fun. I obviously don't expect this to be the norm because obviously recording podcast kind of this one's lightning in a bottle. Like this one's probably you're not seeing both of us in great moods at the same time for a while. Let's be real. Um, but no, it's been good fun. Who knows how much of the Big Brother rant stays in or not, or if I get us demonetized for the bad word. Who knows? Um, no, it's been good. I suppose once again, time to reiterate there should be a new video essay out relatively soon. Hopefully, I'm gonna piece it together on the Friday, obviously the Friday before this comes out. But yeah, obviously check out the Substack. There should be a link in the description. And if you are on TikTok and you still want to see some of the shorts, you don't want to use the kind of busted YouTube shorts. Just follow us on TikTok. We are posting the normal shorts on TikTok over there overall. And also go check out Multimedia Maniacs.
and yeah, and just to finish it off, I'm gonna shout this person out. I don't know if they can draw the logo specifically, but I will just where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? God, God, where is this part? Why can't this person appear on my feed? Um, hold on, I'm still trying to find it. I'm shitting myself right now 'cause I can't find it. I'm trying to find the person that did the Multimedia Maniacs logo, but I apparently can. But like they're in my DM history. I'm just looking through it. Um,
Piggy rocking all the DMs.
yeah, yeah, because of commissions. Fuck it, I can't find them. Well, hold
Well,
on.
point being, they made you a logo.
Yeah, they made me a logo, and they're making us a logo as well.
Are they actually doing it?
I believe they are. I don't know if they said they could draw. There we go. Yaz draw something. That is their name. Yeah, draw something. I don't know if they said they could draw our logo, but if not, me and Ash will discuss. We'll discuss our logo off camera. But they will be drawing us a logo, and they did our Multimedia Maniacs logo. So yeah, go follow Yeah Draw Something on Instagram, please. We will have them in the description when we get our new and improved logo. So thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye.